Fox, there's an MRI order already. God, good, it's great. It's great having a concierge doc.
Love those guys.
So quick little change. Jordan has an appointment, so he's actually calling in. He's good. He's on line 6, but Joe, his dad, is going to be in here from 12 to 2. Okay.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen.
A couple issues on 6th Avenue. There's debris reported in the right lane of eastbound 6th Avenue, anywhere between Garrison and Wadsworth. So just use some extra caution working your way through that area. And westbound 6th Avenue, left lane closed due to emergency bridge inspection work going on. This is westbound 6th at I-70. I-25 accident and pretty much delayed for you, a little slow southbound through downtown. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, morning rain showers, cool today, a high of 49. Tomorrow, more chance
It's about time we got some moisture.
Oh yeah, this will be good.
Hardly any.
Also, it's good during the week rather than the weekend, so there's only my golf
Hey,
game.
DQ fans, the new All-Star Summer Blizzard Treat lineup is here. With flavors like the Girl
I
Scout
played with my son. You know,
Dirt Pop, Caramel
I don't think he realizes
and more. There's
how much it
something
means
for
to me
everybody. Only
to
at
be able to
DQ.
spend the day playing golf with him.
Your car is
You know, when you're a kid, you don't realize how much,
Right.
especially, um, you know, to be honest, I'm 77 years old. I don't know how much more time I have. You know, it could be 5 years, it could be 20 years. But to spend it on the trains and then, you know, grab a beer afterwards, it's priceless. You know, it's kind of nice that we can do that.
Facing a job loss? Considering a pension buyout, a severance package, or what to do with your 401k? Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, and I can help.
And he asked me to be the best man at his wedding, which is really cool.
I'm actually not tweeting about it. Other people say I'm tweeting about it. I'm not tweeting about shit.
So I want to know how come when I'm driving in and I'm listening to the Michael Brown show, it says blah blah blah, Michael Brown now, and then Dan Capos at 4.
Right.
Why don't they say and Tom Martino at 10? I mean, it seems to me a little.
I'll explain that to you.
What? I'd be pissed if I were you.
I'll explain it to you.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK is our number. 713-8255. This hour brought to you by RealCBDThatWorks.com. If you ever have discomfort from pain,
but most of the reviews are like one sentence, which, I should have been more careful about it. So then they came and immediately he asked me for more than half. He asked me for $8,000 immediately. Um, so to buy the rock, the materials, and I'm like, okay. And then a week later, he returned and asked me for more money and start adding up more and more. So basically, total what we paid him was $17,300.
Okay, but when you went over the original 10, didn't you have a concern then?
Um, no, because that was very good quote. Everybody else.
Well, I understand that, but you went from 10 to 17.
Well, because he started like playing games. Basically, he said, "Oh, the decoration rock I put here is like 1.5, but you want the bigger cost." I said, "I want a big white rock." So he goes like, "That would cost extra." Then for the sidewalk, I wanted it to go all the way to the garage. He goes like, "Oh, that's another
So,
extra."
Anna, where does it stand right now?
So here, well, what happened is they did the work, and when they put the last coating on the cement of the concrete, 2 hours later, it starts bubbling, like big severe
What
bubbling.
kind of coating?
Whatever they put on the stamped concrete, it's
Was it
final layer.
was it to give it a color and a texture?
I think to give that shiny look on top.
Okay, so the coating on the stamped concrete, is that the only problem?
No. So it starts bubbling. I took pictures. I sent him. He goes like, "Oh, that's normal. You should see all my other houses. All of them are like that." And I'm like, "No, that's a lot of bubbles. When they dry, no, it cannot be right." He said, "No, it's fine." And then 2 days later, I start seeing cracks. All the cement is cracking like severely. So I called him again, and uh, they don't
Hey,
respond
Kelly,
anymore.
hold on. You sent me pictures, right? I'm trying to get into these pictures, and it says I need access. I don't know why it's telling me I need access. You are signed in as T. Martino, and it won't let me into her. Were you able to see the pics?
Just the ones that.
I can't see any of them.
Okay.
She doesn't. I don't have permission, whatever that means. So I don't. I want to look at the pics. Listen, where does it? When did he so-called complete it? According to him, when did he complete it?
That was, hold on, let me look at my calendar. It was like less than 10 days ago.
All right, and will he fix it or not?
No, I gave him to fix it. Then I found 2 different contractors that they told me that it cannot be fixed. It has to be literally taking down the whole concrete because it's gonna get worse. They told me like in a few months he's not gonna have any concrete left, like cracking severely. So I asked them, the original company, to return some of my money for the concrete so I can hire these new people so they can do it.
And what did they say?
They refused. They refused to do it. They refused anything. I
All right,
told them
hold
I'm
on,
not gonna
hold
do
on,
anything.
Anna, hold on. I am so sorry that your initial experience in Colorado was to be ripped off by Rudy, designers in Vision Landscaping. Not uncommon. I wish you would have gone to referralist.com. Really the only safe place, in my opinion. We'll come back to this and more. 303-713-TALK.
Christie Sports Patio Days is the largest patio
Please double
furniture
checking.
event
Everything
in
from my
Raleigh.
side looks good.
Okay.
What's going on? Anything?
Oh, no, I just got this.
Some,
Quality outdoor
about
furniture, grills, and accessories.
25% of the YouTubers said they can't hear.
Provides free in-store design consultation.
Everyone else is fine.
Confident you're getting through right
So,
patio
Janet,
furniture.
double checking.
All right, so I just resent it to you. If you can see it now.
Okay, let me do these spots.
For patio furniture that's in
If you can't, let me know.
Delivery.
John Fuller is the personal injury expert I use on my show. He's my personal injury expert, and he can be your personal injury attorney. And I'll tell you why. Because he will treat you with respect. He will actually work your case. You see, most attorneys just bring in what they call leads, but they don't actually work the case. They don't actually communicate with you. Don't be a lead. Be a person. myaccidentlawyer.co, John Fuller. He'll evaluate your case free of charge and take your case on contingency, and he'll tell you the truth and treat you like a person, not a lead. 303-597-4500. 597-4500. You want to be treated like a person when it comes to everything, right? Like floor coverings. You know what? Don't go to the big boxes then, and then be shuttled off to somebody to install it. Go to Simply Floors Inc., that's INC, for multiple styles of carpeting, all price ranges, LVT, hardwoods, laminates, engineered floors. Whatever you need, they have design consultants to help you choose. They have the best prices and the best installers. Simply Floors Inc., that's INC, simplyfloorsinc.com. People are saying they can't hear the studio conversations and the people on the phones. I don't know if there's anything you are doing with that, or
Everything from my side looks good. Talib just logged in, but he said if YouTubers can hear it, he said you're good. He hasn't done anything yet, so I think I'm.
See how you can get free equipment, no gateway fees, and save a bunch of money. Improve your bottom line. Visit RockyMountainCreditCard.com.
It might be user operator error. Some go, yeah, everything's fine.
Now, thanks to Dispatch Health, you don't have to, because Dispatch Health brings the power of the hospital to the comfort of your home. That's right, receive same-day, high-quality care from expertly trained medical professionals in the comfort and privacy of your home. Just call or click, and Dispatch Health comes to you, able to treat common to complex issues, including infections, flu, pneumonia, migraines, dehydration, UTIs, COPD, COVID-19, and much more. It's really that simple. Go to DispatchHealth.com to learn more. And now, Dispatch Health has advanced capability to deliver IV fluids and even take X-rays in the home.
Kelly's in there. I just sent you a text.
They're affordable and in network with most health insurance plans, including Medicare and Medicare.
Okay. I'll walk in there. All right, thanks.
And let Dispatch Health come to you.
Maybe.
What's up, Vegas fans? It's Jamal Murray here to tell you about Orchard. If you're looking to buy a home but want to skip all the stress, it's time for a mid-game adjustment. Orchard lets you move into a new home before you even sell your old one. Orchard turns you into a cash buyer so you can win in a competitive market. And it doesn't cost you any more money than traditional real estate. Orchard is the same game, but new rules. So get out there and win the home you want. Orchard, the new way to home.
So are Mark and Suzanne stranded somewhere?
no, they're just waiting for a repair person.
Oh.
They're not stranded.
Where are they?
I think they're still in Kansas.
Technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might
Deputy Smarty Pants says he'll take this one.
finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter.
Well, there's Bob who wants to help.
In the first day, try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
I can't open any of these pics. I've never had this problem before.
You understand. It's different. There's just so much more at stake. Whether it's meeting, a client call,
Nothing's changed.
If it has to arrive at the actual lunchtime, food for work has to work. That's why there's Easy Cater. Food that's on time and as ordered from over 82,000 restaurants. And if there's a problem, rare, you can reach someone in seconds. Thank you for calling Easy Cater. Some food just doesn't work at work, but Easy Cater just does. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
The Tree Farm's early spring tree and shrub sale now through Mother's Day. See what's on sale at thetreefarm.com. 6 to 8 3-year-old Cheyenne ribbon heads now get 6 for $266. And you always get free professional look. The Tree Farm's early spring tree and shrub sale now through Mother's Day. You take I-25 to exit 235, then 5 miles west to the Tree Farm.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. Starting off the month of May with some good moisture. Showers likely throughout this morning with possible thunderstorm into this afternoon.
Highs today in the upper 40s with a bit of a breeze around 20 miles per hour.
Simply, I mean, Ideal Home Loans is converting to 30s. I don't know how the log, just keep note on how they're logged. They may not have done it yet.
The new Oreo Dirt Pop, Caramel Fudge Cheesecake, Cotton Candy, and more. There's something for everybody. Only a DQ. Happy tastes good.
Tom Martino here, your troubleshooter.
Genesis does solar. Genesis Total Exteriors, also GenesisSolarCO.com, a company you can trust. Mark Szymanski and his team, 25-year guarantee on that solar production and on all the elements. Find out more, GenesisSolarCO.com. Now, I have a guy on the referral list, Bob, with LEM Landscaping, a good guy. He heard this nightmare and he wants to take a look and see if he can help. A company and got burned. This is not an isolated story. So many people come to Colorado and they just blindly hire landscapers, and landscaping is one of those areas that have a lot of ripoffs, just like restoration companies or movers. You know, there are a lot of categories with a high ripoff quotient, a high RQ ripoff quotient. Landscaping is one of them. You know, I think the reason we have so many clowns in landscaping, they have a short window to get their work done. They rush like hell to do it. They need to bring in as much money as possible. The season's too short. Then the season goes away and they lose their workers, and then they got to find people all over again the next season.
Plus, there's no regulation. Anybody can call himself a landscaper.
You're right. Anyone can. And I'm sure that Bob has come across this time and time again. Bob, with LEM.
How you doing this morning?
Bob, you have a challenge in your industry. There are so many ripoffs. There are so many liars and cheaters in your business. Anyone can call themselves a landscaper.
That's true.
So, okay, I'll bet you come across this all the time where people are quoted an unrealistic figure, and you have to try to compete with it.
Well, here's what I'll tell you, Tom. Here's what I need to tell people this again. The price is so cheap, there's a reason it's cheap. Concrete is one of the biggest ripoffs around, and anybody can go on our Facebook page and see our work, and we've been doing this 45 years. There should be a warranty on the concrete, not workmanship, because it doesn't mean anything when it's workmanship, because this is a prime example. If she has a warranty, it probably says workmanship, and we're not fixing it. Or they have no warranty. Or you'll get these warranties that are 3 to 5 years. There's no such thing. We actually warranty our concrete. I heard her talk about how the price, she kept asking for more money.
Right.
A reputable company is only going to ask for 50%, and they can Google this and find out why. There's plenty of articles why reputable companies do that. If anybody hires somebody and they come back and ask for more money, they should fire them immediately and be done with them. Because in 45 years, I've actually had a job where I did it. Well, I misquoted myself. The homeowner offered to pay me, and I said, absolutely not. It was my fault.
Bob, hold on. So in this case, Anna hired a company called Designers Envision Landscaping, Rudy,
yeah.
And now everything's falling apart. And I'd like you to take a look at it. What part of town? She said Castle Rock. Do you go to Castle Rock, Bob?
I've done thousands of homes in Castle Rock, so I would be glad to go look at it, because here's what I'm worried about. I heard her say she's getting some other quotes. She needs to have a company like us who, in writing, warranties the concrete, looks at it, tells her what they see. We offer something in concrete that most people don't do. We pour a stronger concrete for less money than most people pour a standard one. We want to make sure if we're going to warranty that concrete, and 40 years I've never had to replace any concrete, but that's why. We want to make sure the whole process, she sees it from start to beginning, the forming, the compaction, the road.
Yeah, we need Well, and also I want to make sure that these other companies that are looking at this work, they're not exaggerating either. Adana, what I'd like to do is I would like to have Bob look at your place because he's on our list. We trust him. We know him. We would also like to hand you over to one of our deputies. We call them deputies, and his name is Marty. We call him Smarty Pants because he's really good at getting through this. Maybe he can impress upon Rudy the importance of refunding some of your money if it was defective. And you know, I'm telling you, Rudy's just one of many clowns in the business, I'm sure, at Designers Envision Landscaping. But Adana, how did you find out about Rudy?
Well, I've been searching, and you know, he has many ads all over social media with beautiful pictures of beautiful work. So
did you ever call any of his previous customers?
I did message 3 of them, and no one get back to me.
Okay, that should have been a red flag. Okay, Kelly, can you make that connection, please, between Bob and Adana?
Yes.
Let's get that done. All right. Danny, he ordered something online, had a problem. Now, Irene, I want to give an update on, too. She's coming up on a nightmare, and if anyone has any suggestions, we'll take them. A nightmare with Amazon. And then I have Jordan Chiano with us. Jordan is one of our friends that talks about getting income in your retirement and really building up income. You know, the easiest way, Jordan, to put this, the earlier you start, the better. The problem is when people are younger, they don't ever think of retirement. It is a lifetime away, and they think it will never happen. Have you run across that, Jordan?
I have. I mean, I think it's very easy for us to procrastinate. You know, in our world that we think, you know, at 65, we've got plenty of time. 20 years, 30 years.
And they procrastinate about a couple things, about estate plans and about getting income in their later years. And I think you guys offer 2 solutions at mymoneymyway.com. We'll talk about them coming up. Also, if you have any questions on that, give us a call, 303-713-TALK. And we will talk about your problems, questions, complaints. Now, speaking of concrete coatings, I wish also she would have known about Garage Magic. They also do concrete coatings outside for patios, pool decks, sidewalks. Beautiful work. Garage Magic, polyaspartic coatings, a lifetime warranty, 720-600-HOME.
This is Denver's talk station with Michael Brown in the morning and
Annapolis in the afternoon. That would have been interesting, don't you think?
Denver. Now, impact traffic.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen.
Overall, it is a very decent drive around the metro area at this point. Just a little heavy traffic to deal with southbound I-25 between I-70 and Colfax. Now, there is some emergency road work going on, so just watch for this activity westbound.
That poor man is senile.
I-70.
What was that?
I feel sorry for him. He's senile.
He's
way over his head. And I think they all know it.
But I don't want him to be impeached. Because as bad as he is, Kamala would be an absolute total disaster. And she has an IQ of a pumpkin.
I don't know anything about her.
Well, have you ever listened to her?
I don't know how you can be worse.
Because she is worse than he is. She has no clue totally about what she's saying. It's total word salad. Seriously, she has no comprehension of anything.
Oh, I love talking about this product from first-hand experience. Quiet, cool, whole house fans, QCcolorado.com. Now, I'm telling you the truth. 2 houses, I've had these put on 2 houses, and my AC is practically non-existent. Why? Because I flip this on in the afternoon, and it cools the house down immediately. The air conditioner can help keep it cooler, but I don't need the AC at night, not with my Quiet Cool whole house fan. It's a wireless remote. There's no digging into the walls. It connects in the attic remotely with a ductwork with a small grate in the ceiling, so it's totally quiet. Not these big things here. It is wonderful. That is a great product that I can talk about because I have two systems. QCColorado.com, 303-800-3419. They can do them immediately. Get them early before the real heat comes. Turn on in the morning, and you'll love it. Keep it on all night. You will love it. 303-800-3419, QCColorado.com. Ideal Home Loans for your next ideal home loan. Right now, you may not be thinking about refi. You might think, oh, rates are too high. It's not. Rates are not too high. Not if you can save 1% or more and pay off high-interest debt. How about that? At least get that done, and then you're under the Ideal Home Loan interest rate guarantee. What is that? That's if rates go down just by 0.75%, they refinance you free of charge, so you never miss the boat again. IdealHomeLoans.com. They also can do pre-approvals if you're out looking for a home. A lot of people have no choice. They have to find a home. And they can do a pre-approval, which locks in the rate and gets you the money right there to put down on that house as soon as you find it and get the appraisal. So it's like a cash deal. IdealHomeLoans.com, 303-867-7000.
My mom's the bomb. Her hugs are so good, there's a wait list. Her laughter is the life of the party. Her smile makes everyone smile. Everything worth knowing, I learned from her. That's why this Mother's Day, I'm heading to
Diamonds. They have beautiful diamond pendants, gemstone rings, and more. Halsburg makes it easy to find a gift she'll love. One that hopefully she'll pass down to me one day, along with her secret to tell. Save big on mom-worthy gifts at a Halsburg store near you or at Halsburg.com. Hurry, Mother's Day is coming.
I should have had done right to it. Don't be that person that says this after ordering your remodeling project, right, Dad? You got that right, Tom. Hi, folks. Dave Shakini, owner of Done Right Kitchens and Baths for years ago. Simply put, we make people happy. Ever since the 80s, we've proven ourselves by being taken developers. Well, there's only one way to resurface cabinets: 1/4-inch glued and nailed. Replacement kitchens, only custom-built cabinets by our own people for a fabulous look. Bathrooms, you can count on the tried-and-true Done Right bathroom renovation system. And windows and entry doors, Dad, how about 2 cents worth? Well, it starts with a quality window or door, yes, but I'm here to tell you that preparation, installation, and...
Hey, Tom, did you watch any of the new episodes of Ozark?
Done right, did right, right.
What's that?
You're an Ozark fan, right?
Yeah.
Did you watch any of the new episodes?
Yeah, I watched the first one.
I saw this thing on Facebook yesterday, and it was like the farewell. They're all standing.
Over 65.
I mean, the cast.
The cast. Yeah. They're all standing on the steps to an airline.
Every year that most Americans miss. Get your Medicare Maximum with Chapter, a free service that makes sure you have the right plan now and can.
I'm gonna miss that show.
Yeah, well, it's awesome.
I know.
We instantly compare thousands of plans from the most trusted insurers to find our members the best and most affordable plans for them. The right Medicare coverage for you, including plans to cover gaps in Medicare Part A and Part B. Important benefits like vision, dental, and prescription coverage that could save you thousands of dollars each year.
Rachel Maddow is only going to 1 day a week.
By the Better Business
Yeah, but she has a new role there. She's more like in management or something.
Let us help your next chapter be the best one yet. Call 800-607-2155. 800-607-2155. 800-607-2155.
Hey folks, if you have hard
Our lowest rated month.
faucets and fixtures or rust stains clouding up your bathtub, you want a water treatment company you can trust. Call the professionals at Water Pros. These guys are veteran and family owned and are dedicated
She
to
just keeps
providing
going.
affordable solutions to your water problem needs. You can get water softeners starting at $2,195 installed at waterpros.net. Visit waterpros.net and sign up for a
free consultation today. 630 KHAL, an iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. Frank Duran, the real estate man, does free market valuations or analysis of your home to tell you what it will sell for based on his 27 years of experience. They're complimentary, no charge. It'll give you a good idea of what to do with your home, whether to sell it, fix it up, keep it, whatever. 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, the realestateman.com. All right. Now, Irene, your problem just bothers me so much. I just can't believe it. You keep going around in a circle with Amazon. It all started when you tried to market some books on Amazon, and they said, by the way, you have 2 accounts. You're not allowed to have 2 accounts, so now we're going to close both of them, and you are not allowed to ever sell a book on Amazon again. And you went, what do you mean I have 2 accounts? It turned out 15 years ago you had a book up for sale. Nothing ever happened with that account. You did not even have access to that account, so you started a new one. And the old account was under your pen name. The new account was under your real name. They thought you were trying to pull a fast one and sell someone else's book. But
no,
then...
I think they're under the same name.
Oh,
I was.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter because they keep changing the reason. First, they say it was because you had 2 accounts they took you off of Amazon. Then they say it's because you violated content guidelines. Yet not one person can point to anything about your book that violates anything. And other books just like it are up there. You almost did the first one as a tongue-in-cheek. Who cares? I don't care. How to cheat and not get caught or something, or how to cheat on your husband or wife. Whatever. I don't care. But here's the point. I mean, they have plenty of books like that on Amazon. And then you wrote 2 others. And now they've just totally blacklisted you.
Now, the thing is, everything that you said is correct. The thing is, all through this was in a 3-week period, not even more than that, where I kept saying, tell me what I did so I can correct it. And next to the last email that I got from them, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but he says, we reserve the right to disclose any type of information we consider sensitive data. We are unable to elaborate further on specific details. What specific details? It's my book. And then again, they send me the terms and conditions. So I wrote to them and I said, I understand, but which of the guidelines did I misuse? And then this was the topper. It was yada, yada, again, the same thing, due to content, da-da-da.
You know what? They don't even, I don't think anyone's actually looking at it. You've done nothing wrong.
Wait. Listen to this last line. Please be advised that this is our final decision and we won't be offering further insight or action on this matter. In other words, I have no one to write to now. That's it. Now they've completely cut me off.
I don't understand. I swear to you, I don't blame you for being so frustrated. I wonder if there's legal action you can take. I don't know. I mean, I guess they can blackball you if they want.
Yes, that is under the terms and conditions. It says specifically that at their discretion, they can remove parts of your site on Amazon. They can remove everything, which they did without telling me beforehand, without giving me any. Till today, I don't even know what I did wrong.
Are you allowed to have a normal Amazon Prime account?
Oh, sure. They'll take money for that. They'll take my money if I buy something. I just can't sell my book.
You just can't sell your books.
Nope, they won't do it. Frankly, as far as I'm concerned, they're dust under my feet. They even said if you even you can't open up another account. But even if you tried to, you wouldn't get money for it. In other words, if it does sell, which they wouldn't. Even this I don't understand. Why are you telling me I can't open it? But if any royalties I would get, I would not receive my royalties. So what am I doing here? Why am I with them at all?
No, I understand. I mean, You know, what amazes me is they keep giving you different excuses, but the main one they keep coming back to is you violated their content guidelines, right?
Which I don't understand.
But they won't tell you what it is. They just say, no, you violated them.
Yep. And they keep sending the terms and conditions. But there are a million terms, so which one? I keep saying, tell me which one I violated, which one is wrong. I'll fix it. What will we do? Nothing. They just keep sending the same thing again.
I don't. Okay. I just don't get it. I mean, I guess they're just a behemoth and can do whatever they want.
Yes. And they even say they can. And the minute you start selling your book, you're getting royalties from them. You sold your soul to the devil. They can do anything they want with you. When you do read the terms and conditions, you probably will think twice. But you know what? If you don't sign with them, you won't be selling your books worldwide. They have a far reach. Their reach is unbelievable. I sold in Australia, Japan, Mexico, America, England, everywhere. Okay, my reach now, I'll be going with another company. My reach will be smaller. But you know what? They don't threaten like Amazon does, because I read their terms and conditions. Nothing close to what Amazon has. Nothing. Here's what
they say. The offensive content. We won't sell content if we determine it has hate speech, promotes abuse or sexual exploitation of children, contains pornography, glorifies rape or pedophilia, advocates terrorism, or, listen, this is the kicker, or other material we deem inappropriate or offensive.
There you go. They never read my books. They never saw what it was. I don't even think, sometimes, you know, a computer can take out a phrase or something, and it pinpoints it. I understand that. But I don't write like that. I don't do rape. I don't do, oh, God, none of that stuff.
Do you know, I just need to tell you something that you might find ironic. Hitler's book is up there.
Oh, Jesus, you're kidding me.
No, I'm not kidding you. Hitler is allowed to publish on there. Now, they may say it has historic value, but
really?
The reason I had you back on is because we are all powerless right now. When it comes to big tech, we are powerless. If they decide we are invisible, we are invisible. And because they're private companies, there's nothing you can do about it. So really, fascism is a world ruled by corporations. Eventually, that's where we're going. We're going to be ruled by a bunch of giant corporations. Now, fascism ruled by corporations can be good or bad by your perspective if, in fact, you like their corporate view. So, it's either fascism or socialism, right? I mean, I guess democracy's taking a back seat. More coming up.
Amazon can do what they want.
Impact traffic.
There's no legal obligation for Amazon to publish her book.
Overall, it is a very
if they can say they find it offensive.
That's what they said.
But they can be totally inconsistent.
Of course they can be inconsistent. They can deem all conservative thoughts as inappropriate and all progressive thoughts as acceptable. That's their prerogative as a private corporation. Look what Max did to me. Right? You know,
yeah, but I don't buy it.
I heard that.
If you're a platform,
right?
I don't buy it. I don't buy that being a private enterprise excuses you. I don't buy it. Because you can't. If they said it's inappropriate for black people to write stories, guarantee you something would be done. Guarantee it.
Caramel fudge cheesecake, cotton candy,
but then
and more.
It causes
There's something for everybody. Only a DQ. Happy tastes good.
Okay, one of our experts on the air last week about reverse mortgages and power reverse said he was able to help the woman who called with an inquiry. And if you have any inquiries and you're not yet ready to maybe commit to a reverse loan, but you need information, please feel free to call and power reverse with any of your questions. Mark Massey, as I said, has a heart for seniors. He will walk you through the process and let you know what you can expect. So you never, ever will enter into anything you don't fully understand. Reverse loans are tapping your equity when you're 62 or older with never having to pay it back. You never get upside down in your house. It's just a way to use that money now. 720-500-7719. 720-500-7719. And as you approach older age, you need an estate plan. Estate planning is a vital part of your life. And I encourage you to call Blake Harris, attorney at law, and ask your questions. He'll answer them free of charge. And he only charges when he actually does something for you, and you get to control what it is and how much you're going to spend. BlakeHarrisLaw.com, whether it's a simple will, a trust, a combination of them, a beneficiary's deed, whatever it is, 833-ASK-BLAKE. 833-ASK-BLAKE.
As the country bounces back from COVID and mask mandates are lifted, your business needs a lift too. Promote your company right here, right now.
But Thomas, just like firing somebody, Colorado is an at-will state. You can fire anybody as long as you don't do on the basis of race or gender, right? So there are, same with this, there are limits on what you can and cannot do as far as posting things.
But they don't have to give the reason for color. It just happens, is what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is, if you fire somebody, unless you can prove it was based on age, race, or gender, you have no right to stand on it. So if they can prove that they disallowed a book based on race, age, or gender, then you have a case. Otherwise,
how do you disprove it when they won't tell you what the reason is?
That's what I'm saying. You can't.
Okay, so I'm saying that it should be wrong to do it.
I know, but how do you enforce that is my question.
People go from where they are to where they want to be, from leading few employees to managing an entire workforce.
I mean, that's the difficulty in proving these things.
From generating wealth to generations of wealth. At CIBC, we believe a bank should take you from where you are to wherever you want to be. CIBC.
Oh, so you're going to tell me why they don't say Tom Martino next when they do the Dan Caplis thing?
Sometimes I think they do.
No.
No, never ever?
Well, first of all, it's during my show, so they don't.
No, it's during Michael's show.
Turn off the sound.
Turn it off for a second.
Hold on. Gotta find my mouse. Oh, here we go.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Don't forget Water Pros, the best water systems at the lowest prices anywhere, whether it's drinking water where you never buy bottled water again, or water conditioning for better plumbing, better laundry, better skin. Listen, you just are not going to find them better at lower prices. Under $2,000 for a whole house, or around $2,000, and under $1,000 for drinking water. Let's talk. By the way, that's waterpros.net. Okay, so we have had a number of problems where there's no solution. So the reason we have them on is in case other people have had these problems and can relate to them, or they've done something about it and they can help us out. So please let us know if ever you've had a tangle with Amazon. But this excuse, Amazon is a private company, they can do what they want, has been used by big tech for everything. Yet I guarantee you, if they messed with the wrong person, there would be holy hell raised. Somebody would either play the racism card, or the liberal card, or the homosexual card, or the heterosexual card, or I'm being discriminated against card of any kind. But basically, they're free to simply turn you down to sell your book for any reason they want. That's really what it boils down to. We have censorship in America. It's simply done by corporations. And most of the time, those corporations act at the behest of the government. They're in line with the government. Certain government. That's just the way it is. And now with the Disinformation Governance Board, if people are not afraid, they're morons. Right now, honest to God, if you know about the Disinformation Governance Board that President Biden began, and you're not afraid, can you imagine if Trump or Bush or anyone else created this, what they would have said? Heil Hitler! That's what they would have said. But now that Biden did it, everyone they want it. Free speech is the enemy of groupthink. It's the enemy. And I'm not saying you should just believe everything you hear, but you should hear it. I have faith in people. The Disinformation Governance Board should scare the living crap out of you. Thomas, that we're going to have a government board to decide what is genuine and what is wrong. Think about that during COVID. They changed their minds 60 times. What were you going to say, Doc?
My group of friends is pretty intelligent and educated. I would say 2 out of the 10 of them knew about this Disinformation Board. Nobody knows about it because it was done surreptitiously.
It's not in the major media.
Exactly. So these guys were...
Who would ever think that there would be a large group of Americans craving control, craving censorship, craving a lack of freedom, as opposed to the opposite, and praising Big Pharma and everything we stood against our entire lives?
It's chilling.
Who would ever think? I never thought, I swear to God, I thought, well, we fought those fights in the 60s and 70s, and now they're all laying over. They're just belly up. It's just amazing. Ron, what's going on with this plumbing company, Ron?
Yeah. This company, I called the major company.
Ron, I'm having trouble hearing you now. You're calling about Lion Plumbing, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to come back to you, and I want to sum up the story about Lion Plumbing and what they're doing to you. And I also want to talk about this HOA going bankrupt and what that means to residents and more on the Troubleshooter Show.
Affordable interest mortgage.
I was amazed that so few friends knew about the Disinformation Board.
When they heard about it, what did they say?
Oh,
It depends on their side of the, I have a couple of friends who are pretty liberal.
And they thought that was good. Even how can a fucking liberal think it's good?
I don't know. I have no idea.
The government should be in control of disinformation.
You can log in and find out where your loan is. 24/7 loan status. It's called the Asset Manager. It is a great loan. I used to call it My Bank, My Loan, My Way. I love it. You can get it at AImortgage.net. They also do conventional, VA, and FHA.
What's it called?
Lionheart, Handyman, no.
The website is filled with information, and once you apply, you can actually log on to see the progress of your loan. The service is unmatched. 720-895-0500. AImortgage.net.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver, an IR radio station. It's Tom Martino.
Here we got Ryan Plumbing and Supply. That's in Miami. We don't want that one.
Miami? Oh, they got to be bad.
ABC News, I'm Alex Perez. More civilians may be allowed to leave a bombed-out steel plant in Mariupol, Ukraine today after 100 people were evacuated Sunday. During an unannounced weekend visit to Ukraine, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi pledged more U.S. support. A manhunt for an Alabama murder suspect who broke out of jail. Authorities now say he had the help of a corrections officer who's also missing. The pair pleaded for a court appointment Friday that didn't exist.
They were probably lovers.
The office unaware the two were missing until 3:30 p.m. Officials then realizing the patrol car they left in had been at a nearby shopping center since at least 11 a.m. The sheriff saying she was a model employee and that this disappearance is out of character.
Air quality alerts in the west as wildfires burn amid dry and windy conditions.
I wonder if they ran off together or if he abducted her. It's going to be an interesting story.
Yeah, who knows?
120,000 acres and are 20% contained. This is ABC.
Did the guy get to court?
No.
So he's gone, and the guard is gone.
Well, she was escorting him.
Right.
And they don't know whether or not it was a consensual thing or whether he did something to her. And now he's disappeared. They're both disappeared.
They're both gone. Okay.
They were lovers, you think?
Well, no. I'm saying nobody knows whether it was an abduction.
Well, there was no such court appearance. So she made it up. There was no court appearance.
Oh, really?
Right. There was never one scheduled.
Then it sounds like it's consensual.
Mental health day, says Ray Young. Some people just call it Jim Ryan, ABC News.
Workers at a Staten Island Amazon warehouse have voted on whether to unionize just weeks after employees at another Amazon location
Ranking nothing this morning.
The results of this second vote expected later today. Alex Perez, ABC News.
Paid for by the American Hospital Association. The COVID-19 pandemic taken its toll on the nation's healthcare workforce, especially nurses. A survey published in Workplace Health and Safety revealed nearly 45% of nurses encountered physical violence, and more than 2/3 were victims of verbal abuse in early 2020. Robin Begley is the AHA's Chief Nursing Officer.
We are experiencing quite literally a growing assault on our profession. The women and men who dedicate themselves to saving lives deserve a safe and healthy practice environment, free of violence and intimidation.
The AHA is urging the Attorney General to support legislation that would create federal protections from intimidation and assault for healthcare workers. All workers deserve to feel safe on the job, and while we will never reduce violence in hospitals to zero,
So it's Intercourse.
we insist on zero tolerance for abusive behavior. Visit AHA.org to learn more.
KHOW News Time, 11:03. Finally, we have received some much-needed rain along the Front Range, and there's more in the forecast.
Three chances don't stop there for Tuesday afternoon. We've got a couple of showers, and then an even better chance on Wednesday, and there's even a slight chance on Thursday as well. So it's wonderful to see all of that rain in the forecast after such a dry month of April.
Fox 31 meteorologist Kylie Burr says it will warm up as the week goes along. It'll be 80 on Friday, could be near 90 on Saturday. Colorado Senator Michael Bennet has tested positive for COVID. The Democrat announced yesterday he is quarantining in Denver and working virtually. Bennett said that he is vaccinated, boosted, and only has cold-like symptoms. The death toll from the outbreak of the Canyon City Wild Horse and Burrow facility is now 117 horses after 11 more died Sunday. Investigators blaming the deaths on a combination of equine influenza and bacterial infection. They say more typical mild signs of influenza are being observed in about 10 to 20% of the approximately 2,100 other horses at the facility. That's the latest. I'm Chad Bauer. Now, impact traffic.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. Traffic is moving along on I-25. Reported major delays on I-25. A little bit of heavier volume northbound between 104th and 84th. And again, working your way from 38th Avenue on down here through downtown.
Your back is really that bad, Tom?
You know what's funny? I have no pain in my back.
So what hurts?
Behind my thighs and my legs into my knees. It's
also so it's nerve. It's probably compression from either ruptured disc or a stenosis of some kind.
I think it's the sciatic joint.
Excuse me?
I think it's the sciatic joint.
Well, there's no sciatic joint. You mean the sacroiliac joint?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's either the joint pressing on the nerve root or disc. Yeah. But the MRI, when are you getting the MRI? You don't know yet?
Terry just wrote it.
Okay.
So I got to call him and schedule.
Did he say the MRI place?
I'm pretty fucked up for 6 weeks, though, for Mark and Suzanne. What's that?
Did Terry say Health Images or whoever it is will call you? Because normally they just send it through their system. And
then he gave it to me so I can go anywhere I want.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, once he has to know where to send it.
Right.
I can send it. He just wrote it. It's a prescription. I just give it to them. I've done it before.
So you have to have an actual paper prescription.
Or I can email it. He sends it by
email, right.
And then have the schedule.
Right. So that should be pretty easy to get set up.
Oh, I know those people. I did a promotional video for them.
Oh, for the MRI, the open MRI?
Mm-hmm. I know them. In fact, if I wanted to have it done alone, it would cost me very little money, but I'm going to have the insurance pay for it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, of course.
They'll charge $2,000. Medicare will pay $50, and you'll have a $20 copay. That's what'll happen.
I've never had a copay yet with my supplement.
With your what?
With my supplement, I've never had a copay, ever.
Bad news, you need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help a common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. And I can't help but talk about great products like Water Pros and their wonderful water system. And if you're looking for wonderful water to drink and never buying bottled water again, you're going to want this system. Under $1,000. It's going to pay for itself in no time, but better than that, it's better than bottled water. 303-862-5554. Waterpros.net for all your water needs. The best at the lowest prices. Waterpros.net, 303-862-5554. Okay, so let's talk. There's so many things we talk about, so many problems we have. There's not much we can do about it. And I'll tell you, Danny purchased something online. He's pissed off. It's not right. Now, what happened to the other guy? Did he disconnect because I couldn't hear him well, or what? Is he calling back?
I'm trying to get him back right now.
I do want to talk to him. It's just that his phone was terrible. So let's talk to Danny about this online purchase. Danny, go ahead, Danny. What's going on, man? What's happening?
Hi, Tom. How you doing? Great show.
Good, thanks.
You know what? This is the first time this has ever happened to me when I bought something online.
What did you buy?
And it's just like a Win ornament for the backyard.
Oh, I saw your email. You and where did you see this advertised?
You know what? I probably was just looking through looking online, one of those little ads you see online, and I thought this is kind of neat, this little Win ornament. So I went ahead and purchased it. And when we got it, me and my wife looked it over. It was cheaply made, and we thought, you know what, for $60, we could probably do better. So I just notified them saying, hey, I'd like to have a return. And if you look at the correspondence, they say, well, we'll give you 10% off back, and you could keep it. Or we could give you 15% off. The latest offer.
What was the guarantee? What was the guarantee when you bought it?
Well, I took some screenshots, and if you roll down on that email, you'll see 100% satisfaction guaranteed. And then also there was another screenshot of their 90-day free return policy. And I thought, well, it says it right on their website. They're going to return it, no problem.
Did you pay by credit card?
No, I paid by a debit card.
Oh, man.
It's not a big amount, $60, but I've never had a problem trying to return something with a vendor that, they...
No, I know that. I know. They... Yeah, I see everything that you sent us. So what, are they just flat out refusing?
No, they're saying you could keep it because it's going to cost us too much for us to return it, and they'll give me 35% and have me keep it. And I said, well, I just want my money back. That's all.
Okay, so listen.
And then I sent them some screenshots of their own policy. And I thought, well, that'd be good enough, but apparently not.
Under the return policy, do they pay the return policy, the return postage?
It said 100% guaranteed return, satisfaction guaranteed, and it said in the other screenshot when you scroll down, it'll say 90-day free returns. So I thought with that language, yeah.
Here's the problem. Where are they located?
Don't know, because they don't have a phone number.
So there's no way to get in touch with them?
Only by email. They might be a foreign entity. The way he's returning his conversation doesn't sound like an American.
Have you tried your bank to say it was fraudulently represented?
No, I didn't. I was going to call you guys first to see if...
Okay. We don't mind taking this. We don't mind helping, but I don't even know who there's no one to contact. This is nameless, faceless, and the only thing we could do is email like you emailed. We could have Deputy Smarty Pants do one of those emails. He has a poison email he sends that's pretty good. We'll try that. But if I were you, I'd go to my bank and I'd say, listen, this is fraudulent. These people offered this and didn't do it, and I want that. I think they can take that charge away. I don't think that they actually settle up this quickly. When did you receive it?
I received it about a couple weeks ago.
Did you use it as a credit card or as a debit card?
No, it was just a debit card because I just have a debit card with my bank.
I understand that, but when you use a debit card, it sometimes goes through as a credit card, and it's only a debit card at the last minute. Really, you should call your bank, but hold on. Kelly, let's see if Marty will at least email these people, see if we get a response. It's worth a try.
Okay, you got it.
It's really worth a try. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Jordan Chiano, somebody wants to know on an annuity. Truly, this person's 43 years old. Do they need a physical because it's tied? Doesn't an annuity have a death benefit?
Good question. You actually do not need a physical. It comes with that death benefit, and it also comes with long-term care riders, and you do not need a physical for either one.
Okay, at 43, he wants to know, to get any kind of a halfway decent income, how much a month does he have to put away if he's 43? Can you do some figuring?
Yeah, I could do some figuring. Yeah, let me work on an illustration here.
Yeah, just an illustration. We'll come back to you. Buying an annuity is not a bad idea. Deputy Doc bought an annuity. He loves it. In fact, it just got Doc, you told me you just got another raise on yours, and it really does a good job.
It was 5.3% for 2022.
Yeah, and it did a pretty good job. So really, the bottom line is this. It's the kind that you get the counts. Let's talk to Stephanie about her HOA going bankrupt. Uh-oh. Is it your HOA, Stephanie?
Yeah, apparently our HOA for our townhouse community, but we've gotten letters from the property management that represents our HOA, threatening to go bankrupt.
Now, what does that mean to you as a homeowner, Stephanie?
That's what I'm really interested. I don't know if it's going to affect us selling. A lot of people are trying to sell our townhouses now, but
well, it may not have any impact on you. That's what I'm trying to discern. Okay, here's where it could help. It could hurt you. Let's say that they mismanaged money, and there was a fund in there for capital expenses. And in this bankruptcy, there's a liquidation and bills are paid, and there's no money left. It could lead to a capital assessment. It could, but unlikely. So did they say why they're doing a bankruptcy?
They say that we don't have any money in our reserves account anymore.
But so I don't see. Here's what I don't understand, and this is what's so weird, Stephanie. Even if there was no money left, they don't have to do a bankruptcy unless someone is hounding them for collection. And then all they have to do is raise funds through a capital call. So you're not getting the whole story. Did they have a creditors meeting in the bankruptcy court yet?
I don't believe so that they have yet. I did get a letter from like an attorney saying that they were possibly doing this, but I think they're just at the early stages. And I don't know if this is just like a threat for them to like raise our HOA monthly dues. And that's what they've been trying to do for a couple of years.
What do you mean waive your dues?
They've been trying to raise them.
Oh, raise them. Okay, listen. Well, first of all, Stephanie, you know, I don't get what's going on. I don't understand. Do you know anyone? Does the HOA do they have meetings?
They do, but it's not like I can't get in touch with anyone on my personal HOA. Everything is through the property management company.
What's the name of the property management company?
Property management.
It's called property management?
LCM.
Oh, LEM, property management. Okay.
LC, like C as in cat, M.
Okay.
L as in Larry, C as in cat, M as in Mary.
Got it.
Anderson.
LCM.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry for this, your connection.
No,
all right, so we want to call them. So hold on. LCM Property Management. Do you have, and what's the name of the community?
It's Cherry Glen Townhouses in Aurora.
Cherry Glen Townhouses. How long have you lived there?
We have lived there since 2015.
Okay, so what I'd like to do is I'd like to call them and see what they have to say about this, because really it should be open and it should be totally disclosed. We can have Deputy Doc call LCM Property Management with a very quick question, and that is, what's going on? I mean, this is a public matter. Residents want to know how this affects them. Are they being hounded for collections or what? I mean, really, this just doesn't make sense to me. And I'm not even sure why they're doing a bankruptcy since there's no personal liability. So hold on. Deputy Doc is going to get in touch with you. Do not hang up yet. Rich Harris.
Isn't he the real estate? I mean, who's
no, Brad O'Brien.
Oh, Don O'Brien.
Possibly, but not yet.
Okay, let me see what they
see what they say.
Yeah.
It's lurking right around the corner. Seriously, I'm not kidding. You better get ready for the heat, because it's going to happen, and when it does, it's going to take you by surprise. unless you call Fix It today, and just for $39, get this scheduled, a complete refurbishment of your AC system. When I say that, what I mean is it's like a refurbishment. They go through your entire AC system, the condenser, the filters, they clean everything, they tune it up, they adjust it, and make sure it's in tip-top order, and of course give you a clean bill of health, if it deserves one, that is. FixMyHome.com. Find out before you're faced with supply chain issues and the excruciating heat. Every year I try to get people to do it beforehand, just $39. Then you have time to think if there is anything wrong. But you can trust these people. That's FixMyHome.com. Plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. Fix it 24/7. 720-526-3939. Just $39. 720-526-3939. Zero Res Denver is a company that does carpet cleaning, and you know what I like about them? Nothing. I love the nothingness of their cleaning solution. Just empowered water. You know how incredible that is, that you can have all of your carpets cleaned with just empowered water, super soft, alkaline base, but it cleans, it sanitizes, it gets out the pathogens and germs, and deep into the fibers. What I love is when it dries, there's no sticky, dirt-attracting residue. So, not a lot of water is used to begin with. It dries faster, stays clean longer, and your carpets look like new. Hey, it's the only system I use in my home. ZeroResDenver.com. Schedule your carpet cleaning now. 3-room areas, just $99. Or you can do more if you want. ZeroResDenver.com. ZeroResDenver.com. 303-471-5150. 471-5150. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. No one comes close to Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Not as a man, not as a broker, not as a buyer, not as a seller. If you're looking into real estate and you need help, you want Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Not only does he do complimentary market analysis of your home, he'll also list your home and never hold you to a long-term contract because he knows he has to trust you. He has to earn your trust every day. You know, if you change your mind, you just don't want to list, he's not going to hold you to it. That's how confident he is of his service. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. 303-920-1622.
You have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policy you had to purchase for your previous mistake.
I have a trophy wife.
So you need to call Big Lou, a term provider.
Big Lou.
1750. Big Lou is intimately familiar.
Big Lou, he's like you.
A $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-333-1750. That's 800-333-1750 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-333-1750. 800-333-1750.
Care about their customers and then offer really unique items. Littleton Jewelry does just that. Whether it's unique design by the designer or something in the case, Littleton Fine Jewelry has that special gift that I know your loved ones will appreciate. And the folks at Littleton Fine Jewelry, they're one of us. They share our values and our mission. So when you're looking for jewelry, just do what I do and call Littleton Fine Jewelry. 303-794-4310. 303-794-4310. Or online, LittletonFineJewelry.com.
So every 3 seconds, there is a new victim of identity theft. A criminal could be applying for loans in your name, selling your personal information on the dark web. Now, protecting your identity can be very easy thanks to LifeLock by Norton. No one company can prevent all identity theft or monitor every transaction of every business, but LifeLock is simple and easy to protect yourself, and you'll save up to 25% off the first year when you go to LifeLock.com or 1-800-LifeLock and use the promo code Henry.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Starting off the month of May with some good moisture. Showers likely throughout the morning with possible thunderstorm into this afternoon. Highs today in the upper 40s with a bit of a breeze around 20 miles per hour. I'm Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather Team Meteorologist Kylie. This spring, let Audible bring a smile with comedy.
Right.
Thrillers, or whatever you love listening to. From audiobooks to exclusive originals to podcasts. Find it all on Audible. Sign up and start free at audible.com.
Hey, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Rob, reestablish connection. You got a contractor issue. Rob, welcome to the show. Hey, after Rob, open lines, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. What's going on, Rob?
Well, I sent the contracts in for your review.
Okay, and Rob, what are we talking about? Let's back up a little. What is this about, sir?
They ProGrade Asphalt came out, paved the driveway. They were totally inadequate in the way they did it, and within months afterwards, it started to crack and fall apart.
Oh, did you call about this last week?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And I'm looking for your call here. I'm sorry, Rob. I should have had it pulled up. So since this is a return call, and what did they say? Would they redo it? Did you have anyone else look at it or what?
Well, they refused to even answer my phone calls, or nobody would return any phone calls. They would not come out. Eventually, I made contact with them. That was like almost 12 months later. And they just ignored me. They said the fellow that answered phone said I had nothing to do with the paving, etc. So it was just always a runaround deal. I have had other professionals look at it, and they laugh when they look at it because of the total way it's disintegrated.
Well, I mean, it's that bad of a job. Do they recognize it's a bad job, or do they think, or have they even looked at it? What is their situation?
They finally came out to do a seal coat, which is like putting lipstick on a pig. You know, it does not fix a failure job. It's a preventive maintenance job that they did. Well, that was way beyond that being any type of solution. But they came out to do it. Their truck broke down. They didn't even do more than 10 minutes of work, so they left. They never came back, and again refused to answer my call. So
did you call on this one, Deputy Doc?
Yeah, this is a ProGrade Asphalt, right?
Yeah, ProGrade, right, exactly.
I spoke to Sean.
The owner?
Yes, and he said that they did go out there several times and that they did some hot...
I know, he said that, but but he says it's a total failure. Robert says, what does Sean say?
That they did their job, it's out of warranty and too bad.
Out of warranty? Oh, it was he had it done in 2018.
Right.
1920.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
That's because they totally ignore me. They blow me off, never answer their phone.
Well, I spoke to them.
Yeah.
And that's what he said. He said they put...
Well, when was the first time he went back, though?
I don't have that information.
How long was the original warranty?
2 years.
Oh, man.
And they came out a year and like 6 months later, and were going to seal coat it. Their truck broke down. They left. They never came back. And that was the last I heard of them or was able to contact them until just recently with the phone call from
So you're saying a year and a half ago you notified them? Excuse me.
No,
a year and a half after the job. A year and a half after the job.
I notified them 3 months afterwards because it already started to have large fissures, not hairline cracks in it, and started to come apart because of the inadequate way they did it, which I've all documented
You have it documented, but they ignored you.
Yes.
And this guy says he did not.
Yeah, they said the person that signed the contract died from COVID. So that's why I had a friend ask him to come out and estimate his driveway, and guess who signed the contract? The same guy that signed mine that died from COVID that they said now has no obligation to me at all because he's dead.
Right. I forget the guy's name. What was the guy's name again, Rob?
Oh,
Michael Burke.
Oh, right. They said Michael Burke died, and that they
did they say that to you too?
Yeah, and that they fulfilled their obligation by going out there and doing that.
Robert, did you get this estimated what it would take to correct?
Yes, I had a professional come out and look at it. They said there is no stopgap. It needs to be torn out. The subgrade, which is a big part of that they provided, the road base, did not get compacted and was never leveled or graded. They just ran asphalt, over a bad subgrade.
So the expert says it must be redone.
Yes.
And how much will that cost?
Well, in today's market, we paid $16 for it. In today's market, it's probably $35,000 or $40,000 what I've been estimated.
Well, they're not going to do anything. I mean, they don't care. They just don't care, man. I mean, there's not much you can do when a company doesn't care, and they're just disputing it. They're saying, look, it's out of warranty. We did what we could.
That's basically their stance.
But he's saying they ignored him until it was too late. I wonder if there was anything, but you're saying there's nothing they could have done anyway.
Except replace it. There's no stopgap to fix a failed substructure. And
here's what we're running into. Why don't we just call it like it is? Here's what we're running into, Robert. Not just with you, but with homeowners. And I want everyone to listen. Even if you prove you are under warranty, what difference does it make? When a company doesn't care, it's not a crime. They're not arrested. They just don't care because they know it's going to cost you more to hire an attorney and go after them than it is to have it redone. That's the truth of the matter. There's no magic. I mean, these people know Sean is taking a calculated risk that you're not going to go after them and that they're going to get away with it. So how much did you pay for this to begin with?
I believe it was $16,000.
Okay. Paid $16,000. Now, how much is it going to cost to fix?
In today's market, they're telling me anywhere between $30,000 to $40,000 because petroleum, asphalt, etc. Labor's all gone up so much. Plus, they have to tear out the old garbage.
Well, they're not going to. They're not going to be now. This could be an argument on damages. A lot of people will say if you get all your money back, that's going to be the best they can do.
That would be fine.
Yeah, but other people are going to say because prices went up, they have cost you dearly and they should pay for it all. But here's the problem. Are you prepared? And I'm serious, Robert. Are you prepared to go forward with a lawyer?
I would be willing to sit down and talk with one.
Here's why I'm saying this. It's very possible if you truly do go for damages and attorney's fees. Just go for it all. Maybe they'll figure out that they want to fix it instead of facing this because to defend it will cost them a lot of money too. It all depends on how serious you are. I wish I could help everyone who calls, but there comes a time when companies nowadays, here's what they're saying. Good companies are saying, what can we do to fix this? And we work it out probably 95% of the time. No, I think we work it out about 90% of the time. The other 5%, I think, the consumer's wrong, dead wrong, maybe even more than that. But the point I'm making is this. Very few times do we have a company that simply says, tough. That's what these guys are saying, tough. We've done the best we can, tough.
I will bet you a steak dinner that if he goes through with this lawsuit for $40,000, they will declare bankruptcy and open up under a different name.
Exactly. That's where they're at. They're lying about.
Now, instead of the government having a disinformation governance board, what we should have is a contractor ripoff board to help people. No, I'm dead serious. Because to me, to call these all civil matters is a bunch of crap. There should be some kind of a consumer agency
for contractors specifically, where consumers can take them before a board and either have these guys take their license away and ruin their business forever, or they make good on it. Because that's how the government can serve people. I mean, to just throw this into civil court makes almost every single case unwinnable, because even if you win, you lose. Robert could spend good money going after these clowns. These clowns decide to go out of business, and it's over. To me, there's got to be something else. There's got to be something else. There's too much of this going on.
The only way to do it would be to prevent an individual who's a principal in the company from, like they do with stockbrokers, being banned from the construction industry for 10 years or for life.
I don't know what the answer is, but there's got to be something we can do to help people not face this. But for you, Robert, honest to God, there's not much we can do once they throw their hands up.
Yeah, basically that's what they're doing. They say,
they don't care.
Don't care.
Yep, then he has his wife sign up to be the contractor. And there's so many ways to get around that stuff.
I left a message for LCM Properties.
I can't stand HOAs.
They should be willing to answer questions, though, if they're going bankrupt.
Sometimes they do.
I've never even heard a reason for it. If there's no one to be held accountable, who gives a shit? The HOA. I mean, why would they ever go bankrupt, ever?
Because they mismanage their funds.
Yeah, but then they raise more. What is the bankruptcy for?
Maybe the HOA accrued some debts that just can't be paid off. Hey, so then they special assess.
The trustee could make that.
Yeah.
Protection costs a whole lot less. Visit Allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
Of all the companies, the categories with ripoffs, I think roofing is up there. Oh my God, we talk about so many bad roofers on this show. That's why I am so happy to be aligned with Excel Roofing, as I have been for, I think, maybe 30 years now. You can trust Excel Roofing to do the job right, both from the very beginning or repair job and honoring warranties. I know Jay Bretz the entire time he's been in business since '93. I also know how he runs his business. You don't pay a cent until you're content. When you hire him, you get a full and complete contract. There's no guessing. He doesn't just write stupid words like, we'll do whatever the insurance company says. No, because he makes sure you get what you need. You get what you need when it comes to a roof. They also have solar-powered attic fans to help your roof system last longer. Why don't you find out more? Never a cent until you're content. Excel Roofing as an excellent, EXCEL, 303-761-6400. That's 303-761-6400. Bringing excellence to a terrible industry. ExcelRoofing.com. David Ellis Jewelry also brings some excellence to a sleazy industry, okay? David Ellis is putting class into it. David Ellis at 2640 East 3rd Avenue, that's 3rd and Clayton, will buy not only your scrap jewelry for the precious metals, gold, silver, platinum, he'll also buy your estate jewelry, yes. Your fine jewelry, yes. Your diamonds, yes. 303-322-8779. 2640 East 3rd Avenue, 3rd and Clayton, David Ellis Jewelry.
The True Crime Podcast. What Happened to Sandy B investigates the alarming death of a young woman who dreamed of a career in law enforcement. Journalist Melissa Jeltsin untangles the mystery at the heart of the investigation, revealing a troubling pattern by officials close to the case.
I didn't take any of that crap because I could tell that they were hiding something.
Listen to What Happened to Sandy Beam on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
So, Doc, where do you go to stream those last 7 episodes of Ozark? I was just going to Google
Just go to
it.
Netflix.
Netflix.
It's a Netflix series, so just...
Oh, because sometimes Yeah, because it said new episodes.
Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix.
Oh, then I'll just watch it. Of course I'll watch it there.
Selling your home and getting paid twice? How's that even possible? To sell your home and get paid twice? You can with Orchard. It's simple. Orchard makes you a solid cash offer on your home. Do you agree? Boom. Here's your cash. Orchard handles everything from there. Paint, repair, clean, list, and show your home. And if your old home sells for more than
Mother's Day, they're proposing to change the name to Birthing Person Day.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on. That's
No, I'm not kidding.
that's fucking ridiculous.
Birthing Person Day. There's even cards out for it.
Look, in this hot Denver market where there's so many home buying companies trying to lowball, Home Fortune pays you the
Oh, look, when I go into King Supers this week,
want to get paid twice
get your
to sell your home?
birthing person's card.
Learn how and get a free
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
That's Orchard.com. The best $79 will get you a complete air conditioning check from Online Services. Catch them before they turn into expensive problems. Just $79. Turn to the experts. Online Services. Catch them to long-term earning your trust since 1998. Character and ethics. Service at home. Service at work. Schedule online. No phone call. No hassle. No wait. OnlineServices.com. I should have had someone here. Don't be that person who says this. I'm sure. I hope Stan Chicken would have done my chickens and bananas with it today. Simply put, we make people happy.
You're like Tom, or I mean Mark. You just
What?
bang away at that keyboard.
Meaning what?
630 KL, an iHeartRadio station.
You just bang your keyboard when you do emails.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Don't forget to get your insurance checkup to make sure you're not underinsured. It's critical. 90% of the people in Marshall Fires will never be able to build again. We used to say get your insurance checkup to make sure you're not paying too much. In addition to that, you got to make sure you're not underinsured, and it's a free check from Compass, 303-996-9000. All right, so Jordan, we asked income for life. Like, you know, obviously, the more you put in, the more you get out. What an annuity does is invest money and offers you for a lump sum that they get to keep. They offer you income for life. It's no secret. There are some good ones, some bad ones. There are some really good ones with cost of living adjustments, all of that. We asked, though, from this email, a guy's 43 and he wants to know, if I want to buy an annuity and start paying for it now monthly until I'm about 65, maybe even 60, who knows? I just wanted to see about how much could he put away to get any kind of a realistic income per month. What did you come up with, Jordan? Let's say a 43-year-old guy. Is Jordan there?
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Turn that up, Shannon. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So I was assuming, maybe he's got like a $50,000 401k. So I use that a part of the number as well.
Wait a minute.
He rolled over.
He rolls over a $50,000 401k.
Yeah, I mean, 43. I would hope that there's some kind of money put aside for the last 13 years. So that's pretty low number, 50,000. But we
okay. So you included a $50,000 lump sum in this thing.
Exactly. You have some sort of money that maybe he's built up through savings, 401k, whatever. And if he just keeps on adding $6,500 a year, which is basically the IRS limits that you can put into an IRA or a Roth, is the max you can ever do is $6,500. So that's what I use, $6,500, all the way up to age 67.
Wait. So hold on. Are you saying the max he could put into an annuity is $6,500?
If it's going to be an IRA, like a rollover or a Roth, that is true.
Oh, okay. In other words, to get the tax-free treatment.
Right. Now, if it was just a regular, just non-qualified annuity, then yes, you could go over.
All right, so go with the 65. What is that a month?
What is that? About $500? I think about 525, somewhere right around there.
All right, so if you're saying if he puts in 50 grand plus $500 a month.
Correct. Yep. All the way up to age 67. It basically afford him an income of about $40,000 a year for the rest of his life, no matter how long he lives.
Okay.
And that's where, I always encourage, the whole point of these programs is really, especially if you're going to be working with an employer, if they give you a match, the benefit's to build that match up, to build that account up, and then get away from that when you've built that money up to a good sizable amount, because you're going to get a nice bonus. You're going to get a better income over the year.
That's what I wanted to ask you. Why is it better when you have a lump sum built up in a 401k to move it out of there? You're not the first one who has said this. Is a 401k basically just meant to draw down until there's zero?
That is exactly what a 401k is. It's just meant to put money aside, and hopefully you're getting a match. And just like you said, you draw on it, and eventually it'll run out of money. So if you have that money tucked away into the guaranteed pension account or this annuity we're talking about, you can never run out of that money. It'll be an income for the rest of your life, but it's worth putting a good amount towards it so you get a good paycheck. I mean, $40,000 a year on this is still pretty good for the rest of his life. But
that's putting down 50 up front.
Right. 50 up front and then $500 a month, which again, I mean, at 43, I don't think that's too far-fetched, but maybe it is. I would assume with most of the clients we see, especially when they're getting to their 50s, I would say this works really well when people are in their 50s, right around 60s, in that range, and they have money that's been tucked away in a retirement account. That's what this guaranteed pension account's for.
Hey, but Jordan, don't you have to account for inflation? I mean, if he's 40 years old now, in 25 years, 40,000 may be the equivalent of 20,000 of purchase power. So how do you?
Well, it may not be that low, but it'll be lower.
25 years is a long time.
Right, but that's why I'd recommend, again, you want to take advantage of optimizing your match for your employer, build that up, and really use this pension account for when you're in your 50s or 60s to maximize that income for life. It's not so good to start an annuity young and fund it for the rest of your life. You'd be better off doing become the banker plan with that.
But you're a believer in converting lump sums into annuities.
Yes.
Well, they'll always last you longer than just drawing it out, for sure.
That, and it gives you the protection. Like you said, there's a death benefit there that you would never leave money on the table, number one, but it also gives you the protection for long-term care. If you ever needed nursing home or living assistance, automatically they're going to pay double your paycheck.
All right, so mymoneymyway.com. We have more coming right up on the Troubleshooter Show. Ken wants to talk about a situation with hospitals and COVID treatments coming up.
But he doesn't have
Rob, I think we're done with right now.
He doesn't have a cost of living adjustment. $40,000 in 25 years, who knows what it's going to be worth?
Well, don't they all have cost of living or not?
Well, I mean, you better make sure it does. Ask Jordan that if all these annuity programs that you said earlier, because then it would make sense. If you're compounding 3% every year, that'll be a lot more than $40,000.
I believe affordable interest mortgage is a 30. Would you verify? It's still a 60?
The new All-Star Summer Blizzard Treat lineup is here with flavors like the Girl Scout Thin Mint, the new Oreo Dirt Pie, Caramel Fudge Cheesecake, Cotton Candy, and more. There's something for everybody. Only a DQ. Happy tastes good.
TheLiquidLoan.com. While we're talking about financing and finances, the Liquid Loan is something that I highly recommend. It's a 30-year first mortgage on your house, but it's different than a regular mortgage. It's a line of credit, so it pays off your first, but then it sits there for 30 years. You can borrow more from it, or you can pay it down at will. It's really up to you. Pay it down, borrow it back. And every dime you keep in the bank also helps you offset that balance, so you pay less interest. If you're only going to be in a home for a few years, it would behoove you to pay interest only. And it's simple interest. And you would just pay a low monthly payment compared to your loan. And then when you move, you simply pay it off when you sell it and move. Now, if you're going to stay there a while and you change your mind, you just pay principal. Any amount you want, any time you want. If you made a level payment, you'd always pay it off quicker than a regular loan. Look up theliquidloan.com. In fact, this is what's really important. We have, right now, we have a seminar coming up, and I want you to be part of it. It's very important. Tuesday, May 10th. We'll explain it all to you. I'll be there. Tuesday, May 10th. Doors open at 6 p.m. To find out more, theliquidloan.com. That's Tuesday, May 10th. Theliquidloan.com. I hope you never get into trouble and need a criminal defense attorney. But if you do, I've done the shopping for you, and I've done it before you need it. So please, listen carefully. Joe Lazzara is someone I know and trust that I've been recommending for years. You can call and ask all of your questions free of charge in an initial consultation, and then he'll quote you a flat rate for whatever you need. 303-429-6200. 303-429-6200, including DUIs and other things when life doesn't go perfectly. Joe Lazzara, 303-429-6200. Hey, Joe.
Hey, how are you, Tom?
Good, good, good.
I'm Scott.
Scott, I'm Joe Chiano.
Hey, Joe.
Yes, how are you? You bet.
Hey, we have a quick question I was just asking Tom. Do all annuities have a cost of living or only some?
Only some.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because I was saying, I was talking to Jordan, and you know, he said, well, if you start at age, let's say 40, and you buy an annuity and you pay for 25 years, and it's give you $40,000. In 25 years, 40,000.
That's right. So
maybe worth nothing, right?
That's right.
So you got to have a COLA involved.
It's what they call a rider.
Yeah.
It's an attachment to the annuity.
Yeah.
Now, you got to pay for it. There's a cost to it.
That gives you a COLA, right?
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. So some of those annuities have that, and some don't have those riders.
But it'd be crazy not to have a cost of living because 40,000, maybe it'll just buy you a Diet Coke in 25 years.
God, I hope not. I hope more than that.
Right.
You never know.
It may not be worth a hell of a lot after all the things you put in. Because you're putting in today's money at future prices.
Yeah.
I'd just be unfortunate. You started putting in today and you get down 25 years.
Historically, there's always been creeping inflation.
Right.
So you put in $1 today of today's value, 25 years, it may be only worth 50 cents.
That's right.
But you paid $1 for that 50 cents. Right?
That's right. Yep.
That's why you got to use the banker so that your money is
tax free.
Right.
Paid for by the American Hospital Association. The COVID-19 pandemic has taken its toll on the nation's healthcare workforce, especially nurses. A survey published in Workplace Health and Safety revealed nearly 45% of
Where's Mark?
He and Suzanne are on a 5-week RV vacation. They're traveling all over the country in their RV.
Down to the southeast, primarily.
They're going to Lake of the Ozarks, they're going to Nashville.
Kelly,
places like that.
I want to forward you stuff that comes in through chaos so we can get them on the air.
I took a river cruise.
What is the email?
I went all the way from
you have that? And it's LLI?
What's the name of the
Straight up to Mississippi?
Yeah.
Up to Minneapolis in that area?
No. We went down.
Oh, wait.
We went down from New Orleans all the way down to what's the name of that town? Elvis.
He was in.
No. He was. What was the name of the? It's a city.
No, you would have been going north if you started in New Orleans, right?
Well, then we went the other way. Yeah.
Oh.
We went from New Orleans to where Graceland is. Where is that?
I thought it was in Tennessee somewhere.
It is in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go like that to Tennessee.
Gee, if you had a middle name starting with a K, then you'd have great initials, wouldn't you?
Yeah, so if you took a Narvi and I took a river cruise, they would stop at little store town.
Did you like river cruise?
We really did, yeah.
Because it's small. It's not like a big.
Hi,
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Frank Duran, the real estate man, free market analysis of your home. I hate to call it free. It sounds cheap, but it isn't, man. It's a full report, multi-page, pictures, measurements. And it gives you an idea of where your house stands in the market and what it will sell for. Not what it's going to appraise for. It'll probably appraise for less but sell for more. Frank Duran will do that based on his experience and show you the stats to prove it. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. Now, Ken, what's happening with you, Ken?
Hey, Tom, how you doing? Thanks for your service to the community.
Oh, thank you, man. What's happening with you?
Well, let me tell you what. My girlfriend and I got COVID back in November, and after we had it, we were tested, of course, at one of the sites, and they called us and said you should go in and get the monoclonal antibodies.
Okay.
So I made an appointment, and I went to UC Health up by Fitzsimmons, and I was there probably for about an hour, and everything went swell. I left. There was no fee charge or anything. I guess my Medicare took care because I'm a senior. And
did you have symptoms, by the way?
Like, what do you mean?
Like when you were tested positive, were you sick?
No, well, yeah, I was feeling pretty loggy and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then, I didn't get any of the vaccinations or anything, and I still haven't gotten any.
Okay.
But, yeah, I was like a vegetable for a couple of days. It was a chore for me to get off the couch and go.
Yeah, I get it. And then you had the antibody treatment. How did it work?
Well, I mean, I guess it worked okay. It went fine. I didn't have any effects from it or anything.
I mean, did it help you get over it?
I was kind of over it already, to be honest
Oh.
with you. You know, you're still a little weak afterwards and that. But I was fine. I think it probably had helped a little bit. So anyway, a couple of days later, she didn't get an appointment yet because they called me and told me to go in. They said it would be a good idea. And then Polis came on television and said, you know, go get it. It's a free service, et cetera, et cetera. So we got an appointment for her, and I called a couple places and tried to get her in sooner because it was getting close to the period where the week was going to expire after she'd had the virus, right? So I called them back and says, well, we do have one appointment at Porter Hospital. And they said, well, you better grab it. We're having problems trying to get everybody in. So go ahead and go to Porter's. So when they called us about Porter's, they said it was going to be like a 5-hour deal. Okay, and to go to the emergency room, which we did. I took her there. She went in. She was there 5 hours, believe it or not. And when she left, they took her credit card, and they charged her $1,259. Okay, and it's supposed to be a free situation. The feds picked up the tab, I thought. At least they did on me. Well, now she's been fighting with the insurance company and with the hospital. In the hospital,
yeah, you weren't charged. You weren't charged for the treatment. You were charged for the visit.
I was not charged for anything when I left.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about your wife. She wasn't charged for the antibody treatment. She was charged for the visit.
I guess you could say that's the way it went. But their total bill was $3,928.55.
Right. Right.
That seems a little extreme.
Did you look on the line-by-line item? You'll see there was no charge for the antibody treatment.
They don't have that listed here.
I know, because you weren't charged for it.
Yeah, so what are they charging for? Just to come?
Because you took up room in an emergency room.
Facility charge.
Yeah. You took up room in the emergency room.
Well, if that's the case, then why did they send her there?
I don't know. It was stupid.
Yes,
I don't know.
It was.
I mean, it's ridiculous. You went to an antibody treatment center specifically set up for that, and you were not charged a dime. She went to an emergency room, which is for everything, and she was charged a facility charge.
I understand emergency rooms charge a lot, okay?
Yeah.
But if that's the case, then they should have never sent her there.
Yeah, but okay. I mean, I guess.
Program.
Did she get better from it?
I don't know. She was kind of over it also. You know, we were both kind of over it.
Did her insurance pay for it?
Her insurance paid for $2,500.
How much do they want her to pay?
Total, they want her to pay $1,581.
Has she called to try to get it sometimes?
Oh yeah, she's been fighting with the hospital.
Okay, hold on. We have to come back for that.
He's going to win it. I mean, everyone else is to blame, though.
If they accept Medicare, if they can't balance bill her, they can only charge her a copay.
Unless they have the Medicare supplement.
Well, what I'm saying, the most they can do. Well, if you have a supplement, you don't pay the copay. But if they accept Medicare, you're not allowed to balance bill patients.
Are you done with Rob?
Yes.
Well, Rob, I am, the contractor. There's nothing we can do.
Nothing we can do unless he wants
He's going to have to
court.
sue the guy.
Okay.
Now, as far as Ken, I'll come back to him.
Okay, yeah.
How are you doing, Joe?
I'm doing fine, Tom, actually. You know, we're actually, we started our campaign in Los Angeles.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, we had.
How's it working?
I don't know yet. We had an opportunity.
Who are you using out there to buy your
Channel
time?
4. Well, I don't know, just myself.
You know, you should, if you're going multi, you should go with John Strasser. He's a good friend of mine.
I know him.
He can help you a lot.
Okay.
You're not going to pay any more.
Send me the.
Really, I mean,
okay.
He can coordinate all that for you, man. He knows people in every market.
Yeah, please do that. Send me his number, could you?
Oh,
Please.
absolutely.
Yeah, and I'll tell him to call me. Yeah, no, we taped the show. It's a taped show. It's a lifestyle show. So we taped it, and it's going to play today at between 12:45 and 1. Our time. So it's 11. Now the show runs from 11:30 till noon. Yeah, their time. I tell you what, it's a big difference between the stations, between TV stations from here and the one in.
Really?
Boy, this is NBC.
Is it a TV spot or a radio spot?
It's a TV.
Wow. They put you on TV with that face?
Yeah. With that face?
With that face?
They needed some help.
Oh, okay.
They have to have a pretty face once in a while, right?
That's true. No. Whereas Tom has a face for radio, you better face the TV.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to grow my beard just like Tom. So. If George Clooney has it, why not us?
I'm hoping this beard thing has run its course. I think,
I always had something here.
But everybody,
I enjoy it.
Everybody's got these big beards. I think
it's so much easier. Shaving around here is the worst place to shave.
Yep.
Here's easy. Yeah. But this stuff is just a pain in the ass.
I'm trying to shave it.
I'm sorry. Ashley, Judge, take a moment to shine a light on our big sister. I love you and I'm proud. The Judds just reunited on stage in April at the CNC Music Awards.
It's too bad about Judd.
I know. Did they say what happened?
They keep saying mental illness, which I think is probably suicide, right?
Yeah, probably. Because they said, her daughter said it was that depression killed her. So that's probably what they mean.
Yeah, that's right. She had depression.
They need more certified leaders to keep online reviews crystal clear.
I think that's the worst thing you can do to your family. Because the rest of their lives, they're going to be feeling guilty that they could have or should have done something to prevent it.
You're right.
It's just a horrible thing to do.
Dell Technologies wants to celebrate all your hard work with these Small Business Month specials.
Yeah.
Great value offers on powerful laptops, desktops, and servers with Windows 11 Pro starting at $499, plus top monitors and docks, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. It's the perfect time to upgrade so you and your team can stay safe.
No, the same station over there, they have a market in not only in LA, but San Diego and San Francisco. The same show at the same time on 3 different cities like that. So if this goes
by the same company,
it's the same station. Yeah. Wow. So now the thing is, if we get a lot of calls, I'll do all 3.
They're getting tired. They're getting dispirited and tired. I've got a dear friend in central Ukraine who was describing how she's sitting in the prison in the middle
gotta share this contact here.
Yeah, please. So, Doc, I asked Suzanne, I said, are you driving or in repair mode? She said, we're going to get the effing bus fixed.
That's too bad.
I know. I said, Suzanne, it's only day 3. They left on Saturday.
Yeah.
And they went to Kansas. They were going somewhere else, I think, yesterday.
Okay, I'm sending you his contact by text.
Okay, thanks.
And then I think today they were supposed to go to Lake of the Ozarks.
It's too bad.
But that's unfortunate.
You know what?
It's some kind of leak. I don't know if it's a roof
I've
leak
had
or
my time.
plumbing.
I've had my time in the motorhome. I remember running into problems. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4 motorhomes.
Some of them are pretty nice.
Hmm?
Some of them are pretty nice.
Yeah.
They've got a beautiful RV.
The last one I had, I bought from a guy who took it only to the Indianapolis 500 for the inside thing, and it only had a few miles on it. He paid $1.5 million for it.
Whoa.
Jeez.
I didn't
like a mansion, yeah.
Oh, they were ridiculous. My first brand new one, I bought new, was $750,000. That one right now is 1.8.
Oh my God.
1.8 million?
Not mine, not that unit.
No,
To replace it.
Wow.
Now, when I bought mine, I bought a regular motorhome, which was beautiful. Then I switched. After that, I bought a used one, a stainless steel bus from George Jones, the country.
Oh, really? No kidding.
I bought his bus.
Oh. Yeah, that's.
And it was old. I mean, it was like 10 years old, but it was like decked out. And I liked it. So then after that, I bought a new one. And the new one I bought, that was my first new one. The one I bought from George Jones was $200,000, but I mean, it was ridiculously gaudy. And then my new one was $750 back years ago. And then that one I actually sold for about what I paid for it. Then I went from the stainless steel to those big giant fiberglass ones. They're called H3s. If you look them up, they're Prevost. It's a Prevost bus. But there's a Prevost XL model that I had, then a Prevost H3. The H3 was fiberglass. I know you've seen them around. They're the big giant fiberglass buses that look like, a lot of them, the Arrow stage lines and all those.
And those are fiberglass?
Wow. They're not stained. They don't have that stainless look. It used to be everyone wanted that stainless look. Then just like anything in fashion, then it became cool to have one of the giant fiberglass ones. It's all bullshit. All terribly overpriced. Terribly.
How much did you use it, Tom? Enough to justify the
Hell
cost?
no. Fuck no.
That's what I'm...
Never. I was stupid. I had more money than brains.
Martino. Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe. And this hour brought to you by Renew Home Innovations. Beautiful bathrooms. I urge you to call them if you're looking for a new shower or a tub or a combination of them. They have these big, beautiful rectangular showers that they're just the centerpiece of a bathroom. And they can get started immediately. They're doing half off labor right now, which is incredible. And the people you will love dealing with. American Standard fixtures and wall systems that look exactly like stone with no maintenance. 303-904-2000. That's half off labor. RenewHomeInnovations.com. Special financing and special pricing for seniors and veterans. 303-904-2000. So let's talk and let's keep going. Ken is upset because they had a facilities charge when his wife went for antibody treatment for COVID. The antibody treatment, no charge, but the facility treatment, yes, you're charged. You're charged for an emergency room. Anyone with COVID who went to an emergency room was charged. He's upset because he said they shouldn't have sent her there. But what I don't understand is why he didn't. Ken, who sent you there? No one forced you. It wasn't an ambulance, right? Who forced her there?
Well, nobody forced her there, but that was a facility that they told her to go to because that's the only thing they could find that was available.
Okay, because otherwise she would have had to wait a week.
Yes, probably.
Okay. Well, Ken, honest to goodness, though, there's not much we can do about it. Now, you can. Was this Medicare that paid for this?
No. She works for the state, and her insurance paid for a portion of it, $2,500. But I got the line-by-line charges here if you want me to tell you what they were.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, the pharmacy charge was $90. The emergency room general classification was $2,884.
Yeah, that's just walking in the door.
Yeah, and she wasn't really seen to in the emergency room. They took her off to a side room. And then there was a preventative care service, a vaccine administrator, $953. Okay. Now, to me, this is a total ripoff because she was getting an IV, a 30-minute IV.
Ken, we hear about this all the time, man. I get it. No, I get it, Ken. Now,
terrible.
Most likely they're not going to really come after her for that balance.
What you can try to do is go to
the... She only has a $300 balance. They took her credit card, charged her credit card.
They did?
Yeah. Yeah, they charged her $1,259 on her credit card.
Wow.
They got that from her as soon as she got through with the whole thing. And she was there 5 hours. It's a 40-minute deal, man.
Ken, listen, this is no different than any other treatment in the ER. I mean, people are charged. I don't know why you thought it was going to be free. I just don't have any clue. I understand what you're saying. You're saying because the antibodies were free, but the hospital's not free. I mean, it goes with anything, even with free COVID testing. If you're in the emergency room, you're still paying for the emergency room.
I understand all that, but this is an extraordinary amount to charge somebody for a 30-minute IV, Tom. And besides that,
it's not the 30-minute IV. It's the fact it's not the 30-minute IV. Listen, we can go around and around. Ken, I understand your shock. I do. And in fact, you're not alone. I mean, everyone gets sticker shock. Everyone does. Everyone. When they walk into a hospital. I don't know what else to say, man. I mean, everyone is facing this. The same with urgent care. What about people who think they're going to urgent care when they're really going to one of these freestanding emergency rooms? Have you heard about those? You know, they have one side that's ER and one side that's urgent care. There are so many people being socked with giant bills. But the point is, there's not much you can do about it. There really isn't. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Get your calls in on anything. Now, I'm hoping we can help you, but if not, at least what we do is spread the word so other people don't follow the same problem. If you're going to a hospital, you're going to be charged. No matter what the treatment, even if the treatment's free, the charge for the facility will remain. Here's another thing. When you go to a hospital, this is crazy, I know, but there's a facilities charge. And in an emergency room, sometimes the doctors are staffed by a private practice who contracts with the hospital. You're going to get a bill from the hospital for the facility. Then you'll get a bill from the medical practice for the doctors. Then, if someone reads any imaging, you're going to get a third bill from the imaging doctor or the radiologist. It's very difficult to discern. It's very difficult to parse out and figure out what you're being billed. There's supposed to be there's an act or a law that's supposed to post prices of everything in every hospital, and I don't know of any hospitals doing it. They've just basically thumbed their nose at the law and said, we're not doing it. That's what they've said. We're not doing it. No one's doing it. But they're supposed to. Or face what? I don't know. Do they face fines? There's a transparency in hospital pricing law that no one is following. It's the most useless law that ever came about. I have Joe Chiano with us. MyMoneyMyWay.com. That website features two things. One is called Become the Banker. Another is an annuity for life, income for life. I'm fascinated by the annuity because basically it all comes down to this. You're trading a lump sum of money, whether you've built up that lump sum over years of making monthly payments, or you transferred from a qualified plan into the annuity, or you have money in the bank and you want to buy income. Now, I've known people who did it and love it. They get a cost of living increase on some of them. If you don't have something to do with your 401k and you start retirement, a 401k account is meant to be drawn on. There is no guaranteed income. A lot of people believe a 401k is guaranteed income. It is not, right, Joe? It's a bank account.
It is not.
All it is a bank account.
Absolutely right.
So they have minimum distributions you have to take at a certain age.
72.
And if you don't want to start taking that, you can take it all and transfer it to an annuity?
No. Actually, you're talking about those required distributions?
Yeah.
No, you have to take them. If you don't take them...
Even if you transferred it to an annuity, you still have to take them?
You still have to take them.
Really?
Or otherwise you will be penalized 50% of what you should have taken.
So when you're 72...
You have to.
Out of all your retirement plans or one of them? What if you had more than one retirement plan?
No, just one. Just one. One will cover the entire amount.
Okay, so every year there's a minimum amount you must take.
That is right.
At age 72.
Age 72. It used to be 70 and a half. But the new law that Biden put into place extended that time to age 72.
All right.
What about that 59 and a half? Where does that come in?
No, that's when somebody wants to draw money out of the 401k.
They don't get penalized.
They don't get, if they're over 59 and a half, they don't get penalized.
But they do have to pay income tax.
Absolutely.
Now, if you take money from a 401k, let's say you had, and people, I don't know if this is high or low or in between, let's just say $200,000 in a 401k. Right. If you took that 401k and put it into an annuity, rolled it into it, it still grows tax-free.
It grows tax-deferred. It's not
right, tax-deferred is what I mean.
Yeah.
It still has the same treatment as your qualified plan.
That is right.
Do all annuities have that, or only the rollover money from a qualified plan?
Only the rollover money from a qualified plan.
Okay. So the rollover money from a qualified plan that goes into an annuity will grow faster.
Yeah, because it's being tax deferred.
Right.
Right.
And you only pay when you start taking
the money out.
The money out.
That's right.
Can you get to choose when you take the money out?
Yeah, you can choose any time.
I mean, what if you're over 59 and a half but not ready to retire? So you take that lump sum, and you roll it over.
Right. Then you don't have to take an income till you desire to take an income.
And the longer you keep it, the more income you get.
That's right, because the pot of money grows every single year.
Now, this is one big question a lot of people ask. If I rolled over 250 or 200 and it grew to 300 or 350, whatever, and I'm drawing out income and there's a bunch of money left and I die, what happens?
Well, with the annuity or the guaranteed pension account that we have, Tom, the money has a death benefit. So that means that if you pass away unexpectedly, the balance of your account will go to your loved ones. So you don't leave anything on the table. Everything is given out.
Then how do they make money? Just on the upside? Every year on the upside?
On the upside.
Because you're limited to your upside.
That is right.
And for that, they give you income.
For the rest of your life.
There's always a trade-off, right?
Guaranteed. Guaranteed income. For the rest of your life.
All right, we have more coming up. That's Joe Chiano, MyMoneyMyWay.com. I'll take all of your questions right after this.
Yeah, like what you said about the 401k is absolutely true.
It's a drawdown.
It's a drawdown. See, with the guaranteed pension account, it is not.
But the pension account
is guaranteed for life.
I get it. But the pension account also stops accruing once you start taking income.
That's right.
It's frozen.
It's frozen.
But even though it's frozen, it doesn't matter to you because you still get the income.
That's right.
So what difference does it make if it's frozen?
It doesn't make any difference. That's right.
So let's talk about your retirement planning, as we were talking about with Joe Cano. No matter what you do, if you do become the banker, or you do the guaranteed pension for life, or you do Blake Harris Law and let him set up an estate for you, or you do whatever, Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies are good people that can quarterback all of that for you or advise you on it. Did you know you can hire them to do it all? You can ask them just for advice and have meetings with them. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, it's a father and son-in-law team. They're good people to advise you on how to coordinate all of the elements of your retirement plan to make sure you're not over-invested in something or under-invested in something, but it's more than investments. They help with long-term insurance planning, Medicare, taxes, property taxes, your entire life. They oversee it and coordinate with you. You can meet them anytime you want. They will come to you, or you can go to them. rpcenter.com, 970-663-3211. 970-663-3211. So, when we talk about garages, you've heard me talk about garage coatings. There's only a few companies in the world I would even think of. Garage Kings is one of them. Lifetime warranty, special discounts for veterans. You know what? This company, Garage Kings, is someone Mark had do his floors. He loves them. The polyaspartic coatings, the lifetime warranty, the no money down, guaranteed. He says the lowest price for the best material anywhere for serving Pueblo to Colorado Springs. GarageKings.com, 720-252-0370. 720-252-0370.
I just wanted to let you know that on line 2, Dennis had an issue with Colorado Engine. They're on the referral list.
Okay, that's fine.
So I
You
just
ought to call
wanted to
Colorado Engine and tell them to listen.
Okay.
Term providers help thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call.
God, I'm excited. 15 more minutes and that TV spot will run.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For you?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so hopefully I get a lot of calls.
Yeah, that's right.
I was on the street.
800-333-1750. 800-333-1750. Hurting your neck or back can be a
Yes, you're kind of nationwide.
Yeah, we're going nationwide.
But California is quite a good market.
Oh, it's huge.
It's huge. It's a huge market.
Neck and joint pain have helped Colorado live pain-free for more than 20 years.
What's the
Same-day appointments at Spine One, you can get the help you need today. If you're ready to get your life back from back pain, call Spine One today.
We have some.
No, I don't want any. I was just curious. You know, he always takes like vitamins and things like that.
Yeah, I know.
I want to see what was that? What was that bottle for?
Now, protecting your identity can be very easy thanks to LifeLock by Norton. No one company can prevent all identity theft or monitor every transaction of every business, but LifeLock is simple and easy to protect yourself. You'll save up to 25% off the first year when you go to LifeLock.com or call 1-800.
Now, this is the first time I've seen you here.
It is. Up till recently, I was coming in just only on Tuesdays.
Okay.
So unless you were here on a Tuesday, then you wouldn't have seen me.
Yeah.
And then, and I'm a deputy like Doc is and stuff. But Talib, the guy that does this stuff, is out on back surgery. So I said, I'll fill in and do this, which is our live stream to
Right. That's nice, yeah.
to YouTube and Facebook.
But what do you use for live streaming?
I don't know, some program called VMix.
VMEX.
I don't know what.
VMEX, okay.
V?
Yeah, V-I-M-E.
No, V and then M-I-X.
Oh, okay.
I don't understand. I just know I log into YouTube in the morning and get a key, I guess,
yeah,
and then paste it in the VMix. I'm going to do the same for Facebook.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mercedes-Benz range of SUVs. Every member is waiting.
Well, that's the future.
Mercedes-Benz.
And we get about 65 viewers on YouTube, maybe a dozen or so on Facebook.
You need to follow Haddock. Went into sales, right? Did she leave? She left the show. She's still with Channel 2 on sales.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Welcome to the show. And don't forget to protect your computer, your cell phone, your laptop, your tablet. SaferNet.com. It is critical. I have it on all my devices, and it's saved my bacon. It'll save you absolutely from viruses, malware, ransomware, anything bad. It runs in the background. You download it, it runs in the background. And to prove it to yourself without spending a dime, just download it and run it in the background. It's only a couple bucks a month, but without spending a dime, you can get it free for 44 days. Put Tom in the promo code. That's SaferNet.com. All right. Vivian, what's going on with your concert?
Hello, Tom. My name is Vivian Taylor. Yes, I purchased concert tickets on December 7th for my son who lives in the Seattle area.
Yeah, and what concert, Vivian?
It's for a group called Cameo that was going to appear on January 20th, which is his birthday.
Where?
After I purchased the tickets, he had his leg amputated, his second leg amputated.
Oh, my goodness. So, Vivian, where did you buy the concert tickets?
I bought them through Ticketmaster.
Okay. And so, and when was the concert?
It was going to be January 20th.
Of this year?
Of this year, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but he missed it apparently, right?
Yeah, he had his legs amputated on the 19th of January.
What happened to him?
I had vascular disease. He had one leg amputated earlier, and then the disease continued into his second leg.
Oh, my
and he
goodness.
Had to have that amputated at the knee.
You know, now, okay, I just have to tell you a couple things, Vivian.
Okay.
And please understand why I'm telling you this. It's only to lay it out and let you hear it. The Ticketmaster or any other venue, they don't care about personal situations when it comes to refunds and all of that. Airlines, no one. They don't. In other words, it can be I understand this is a major deal, having your leg amputated, for goodness sakes. But they probably don't care when it comes to refunding the ticket if that's what you're trying to do.
Oh, no, I'm trying to get. I bought insurance for the tickets at that time.
Oh, now that was smart. You bought insurance and they didn't pay?
Yes, the Allianz Global Assistance, who covers the insurance for Ticketmaster.
Global
and
Insurance,
I
it's
sent them
called?
required information to show the purchase of the tickets, the purchase of the insurance payment, and a note from the doctor stating he had this service done.
Now, wait a minute. Why wouldn't they cover it?
They're telling me that they need more information from the doctors, so they sent me a 3-page form for the doctors to fill out to say when did he
come on, they're just trying to make it difficult. How many tickets did you buy?
I bought 2 tickets there for $125.
Each?
No, for the 2 of them.
Okay. So
And
I can't believe
$16
over
for the
$125 they're giving you a tough time.
They're running me around, yes, sir.
Oh, my goodness. Vivian, what's the last communication you had with them?
Let me see. I would say about a week or 10 days ago.
What did they say?
Insisted that I get the doctors to fill out this 3-page form. So I explained to them that he had his surgery at a clinic in January. They sent the medical form that he requested, and I doubt if he can go back there and ask doctors to sit down and fill out a 3-page medical form so he could get a $125 refund.
Oh, come on. This is ridiculous. You know what? This is bordering on bad faith, I think. I mean, this sounds ridiculous.
I think so, too, because I paid for the insurance, and I showed them proof of everything, and I don't know what else they want. My son is in Seattle. I'm here in Aurora.
Doc, this is ridiculous.
They want it to be filled out. Did you even ask?
Yeah, but come on, man.
Did you ask the doctors if they would fill it out?
Where in her contract does it say she has to fill out 3 pages and go back to the original surgeon? I wonder. You know, all she has to do is prove that it was real, for God's sakes.
I sent them that from the Pulse Heart Institute, stating that he's a patient at the vascular clinic, and he was in the hospital for an extended period of time. He is currently recovering from surgery. He is currently unable to stand or walk for an extended period of time. Please allow him the courtesy of refunding his ticket price for the upcoming event on January 20th. That was dated on January 19th.
I don't mean to throw cold water on that, but if a private individual says that, they want proof.
What private individual says?
She's claiming all of these facts.
Oh, wait. Who sent that? Did a doctor or a facility ever fill that out? What proof did you give them?
The facility is the Pulse Heart Institute in Washington. The doctor's name is Dr. Nicholas Garcia, and he's the one that wrote this letter and gave it to my son.
The doctor wrote the letter.
So the doctor did write the letter?
Yes. I sent that to them along with the other information they requested, and I still can't.
But then they said now you need to fill out a 3-page report.
Yeah, they want the doctors to fill out more information. When did this treatment start, and what his doctor's name is, and the nurses that treat him, all kind of information. And I said, I don't think I can get the doctors to do this.
Well, you don't know.
They're hoping. Come on, man. This is 125. You know what? I can hear your doubts, Doc. Well, let's give this to Smarty Pants, because I'm serious. I need them to hound him, and I think you have kind of a sympathy to the medical field here, like that. Not a sympathy. You think they're going to do it, and I think you're wrong. I don't think that she can go back and ask them all that stuff.
But you can't say that until she asks them. If it were me, I would fill it out in a heartbeat for a patient.
I think
we had the problems. You know, doctors are busy, especially during this time when the hospital was full of COVID patients and all. And to ask them to sit down and fill out something that happened 3 months ago or 4 months ago, I just don't think that you can do it. And
they want names of attending nurses and all. Come on, this is BS. What's the name of the company? Global Insurance? Where are they located?
Allianz. They spell it ALLIANZ, Global Assistance, and they handle travel and concerts.
Alliance? Was
Alliance, yes.
How are they spelling it? ALLIA?
ALLIANZ.
Alliance Global Insurance.
Assistance, they call themselves.
Assistance, okay. Yes. And where are they located?
800. Hello?
Where are they located?
They're located, I believe, in Florida. It's a national company.
Of course, Florida.
And the number is 800-424-3396.
I think that they're purposely throwing up obstacles so they don't have to pay.
I agree 100%.
And I'll bet you, I want to know if anywhere in anything they presented to her, did they say this was a condition of getting paid? I doubt it. When you bought this insurance, did you sign anything?
No, I just purchased it through Ticketmasters when I bought the tickets.
Hey, Kelly, would you call Deputy Smarty Pants? Here's why. I think he should contact Ticketmaster and then this Alliance Global Assistance, because this is ridiculous that they would put her through this crap. And meanwhile, here's what we'll do. We'll have him attack the insurance company, and we'll have Deputy Doc call the clinic and ask him if they'll fill that out for you.
Okay, let me give you the information for the clinic.
We will. Hold on. Off the air. Hold on. Okay, Doc, Talk to docs the way you talk to docs. I don't know how you talk to them. It's kind of gibberish.
We have a secret handshake, Tom.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you think, going back 3 months, they're going to talk about the attending nurses, the doctor, the time, the date.
I'm not saying that the request is
No,
reasonable.
no, I know you're not.
I think it's absurd. All I'm saying is she's saying that they won't fill it out, and I'm saying
I say you have too much faith in them.
Well, give them a chance.
Okay.
That's all.
Let's give them a chance. No, that's good. Doc, I would love nothing more than for you to call them and say, and
explain the situation. They say, you know what? Let's help us.
I will be happy to do that.
Especially you call, you're a retired physician yourself, and you're trying to help a woman collect on insurance. I think it's wonderful.
I think the insurance company are scumbags.
No, they are. They certainly are.
But that has nothing to do with whether or not the doctor.
God, I just can't believe that they would run this woman around for $125.
It's crazy.
Oh God! I mean,
so you'd fill that out. I mean, I appreciate that but 100. I mean, a 3-page form, the doctor has to take 15 minutes.
First of all, they don't know how much I do. What I've been dealing with.
I gotta take a break. Oh, Scott, yeah, he doesn't have his mic. 303-7138. Hold on, guys. We're gonna come right back. We got more. Don't forget realcbdthatworks.com to get out of pain. Inflammation, it helps with. They have a makeup line, a cosmetic line with anti-inflammatory properties as well. Tom and the promo code get you 30%
off. That's realcbdthatworks.com from Panacea Life Sciences in Golden.
We have. They don't know how much it's for. Right. It's
Sorry, I thought you were already switched.
Right. When you ask to fill out the form, it doesn't say how much the patient's going to get. There's nowhere on the form that says.
Well, you know, we deal with life insurance, and we send APSs requests for doctors to complete. Yeah, and I got to be frank with you. Sometimes it takes like 2 months to complete that little report, and people get kind of concerned about it. They say, "Hey, I just got life insurance. What's going on?"
I'll call them later and see if I can expedite the form being filled out.
That would be nice.
Oh, I should tell Kelly.
All I'm saying is she's saying they won't do it before she asks them to do it, and that's not fair. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that's.
Is that reasonable?
They'll do it, but it's going to take time.
Wait, but she's saying they won't do it, and I'm saying if you don't ask them why you're saying they won't do it. At least if you ask them, they say no, then you get on their case.
There are too many obnoxious car insurance ads. We are Root, and we do
Hold on.
All right, let's just give you some mistakes on how you actually drive, not things like your job. Root, for good drivers. Download the app today. Call SunnyBlackSeafood.com for details.
You know, it's a regular cattle call when these big firms ask for people who are injured to call them, because they certainly don't want to hear from most of them. They want to hear from the select cases that'll get them millions. You know, you'll hear them brag about it. But you don't hear people brag about the 10 grand here, the 100 grand here, the couple hundred here. Oh yeah, they have big cases too at Fuller Law, but John Fuller takes all cases seriously that he accepts on contingency. And you will get a cell phone number and you will be treated just like one of the so-called big cases. So don't be a catch and release. At least go to someone who, if he takes your case, he will work it with you personally. John Fuller, my accident lawyer, my expert, can be your. All you have to do is visit myaccidentlawyer.co. 303-597-4500. 303-597-4500. Can you mark your calendars, please, for May 10th? Hold on, what's the date today? Oh, yeah, it's next week. So Tuesday, May 10th, you will learn everything you want to know about the liquid loan. Person to person with Kurt Rogers. I'll be there. And you can ask your question. Embassy Suites by Hilton. It's in Centennial. Okay? The doors open at 6. The Liquid Loan. So to find out more, go to theliquidloan.com. That'll have all of your information. Theliquidloan.com. There is no charge. You'll be fed. And I said 6 p.m. Tuesday, next Tuesday. It's a week from Tuesday, right? So it's next week, Tuesday, May 10th, 6 o'clock. Theliquidloan.com to find out more about this incredible 30-year line of credit that you can borrow up and pay down at will, and only pay interest if you want, or pay principal anytime you want as well. TheLiquidLoan.com for more information.
For over 150 years, CIBC has helped people go from where they are.
And you know what the sad part about it is? The APS is who sent it. What's APS? Identity position statement. Oh, okay. Like the notes about the medical health. We actually pay them. They'll do that. They get a fee. No, they get a fee that still takes 2 months. So the biggest
here's the deal. When you ask for copies of medical records, they're allowed to charge X amount of dollars for the first 10 pages, and then a penny, or the first 10 pages are free, and then it's like a penny or two for every page. And the reason they do that is because if you have a big practice and you have a girl spending an hour copying or faxing.
I get it.
So in the state in Colorado, I don't know about other states, but in Colorado, the state sets a fee on that.
That's good.
Charge.
Okay, so the name of the clinic is
Pulse DLC.
Heart Institute.
Heart
Institute.
Okay.
Out of Tacoma.
Right, I got the number 800-424-3336.
Actually, she has a direct number.
Okay.
Because she was working with a Dr. Nicholas Garcia.
What's it?
00, that's 761-6400, or go to excelroofing.com.
And that is 253-403.
You know, it's been said.
8410.
Okay, and what's her name again?
Her name is Vivian.
Oh, and her number is?
Her number is 303.
So listen carefully, Colorado. Our
752.
legislators are being pushed hard by special interests
2252.
to do the
And I did give Swanee
Pass
money
House Bill
this her number, so he's working with her right now.
Okay, I will call up the clinic.
So Marty's at high tea with his wife today, right? It's their anniversary.
Oh, okay.
Did he answer?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, he's emailing back and forth, so I
Okay.
think he's probably just on his phone.
So, and just let Marty know I'm gonna call the doctor directly.
Okay, I will do.
It's the guy's anniversary. He's trying to take his wife to tea.
Anything about this bill from their legislators. So please, don't
each
wait
his
any
own.
longer. Tell
each
your
his own.
legislators only surgeons should perform eye surgery.
Paid for by Colorado.
Maybe they're waiting for those little tea sandwiches. I don't know.
The last thing you want to do is leave your home to find care. Now, thanks to Dispatch Health, you don't have to, because Dispatch Health brings the power of the hospital to the comfort of your home. That's right, receive same-day, high-quality care from expertly trained medical professionals in the comfort and privacy of your home. Just call or click, and Dispatch Health comes to you, able to treat complex issues, including infections, flu, pneumonia, migraines, dehydration, UTIs, COPD, COVID-19, and much more. It's really that simple. Go to dispatchhealth.com to learn more. And now, Dispatch Health has advanced capabilities to deliver IV fluids and even take x-rays in the home. It's really that powerful. They're affordable and in-network with most health insurance plans, including Medicare and Medicare Advantage. So the next time you're sick or injured, stay home, stay safe, and let Dispatch Health come to you.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHAL.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Dennis, welcome to the show. What's going on, Dennis?
Yeah, I had a engine replaced in my 92 Chevy van, and ever since I've had the engine replaced, I've had nothing but trouble with it. I also replaced the transmission.
Now,
and
when you had the engine replaced, Dennis, in this 92 van, what kind of job was it? Did they rebuild the one in it? Did they remanufacture and remove and replace it, or how?
It was the latter.
So it was a remanufactured engine?
Yeah.
And how much did that cost you?
With the transmission and the engine, it was over $9,000.
Why did you spend so much on a 92 van?
Because it's in primo condition. It's a time capsule. It was made by Tierra Motor Coach, and it's a presidential, and it was very expensive when I bought it in '92. I paid $62,000 for it.
Oh, you
And
bought it.
it's still-
You had it since new.
Yes.
Oh, so you've kept it in perfect condition?
Well, I tried to.
Good. So is this like a camper van?
It's a conversion van. It's a high-end conversion van.
Okay.
Made by the Amish people out of Elkhart, Indiana.
Okay. Now, what went wrong with this job? Was it both the engine and the transmission, or just one or the other?
Well, in the beginning, it started out with the engine that they put in there. They said everything was fine. It was running good.
When was it done? I'm sorry. When did you say it was done?
I didn't, but it was done. I took it in last November. I had to wait almost 2 months to get into the shop.
So it was November of 2021.
Correct.
Okay. So tell me what's going on with it.
Well, I've taken it. I took it back. I picked it up, and I went down I-70, and right away the engine light came on, and I could tell it was running erratically. I turned around, went back to them, and they said, it's just the engine light, try it. I tried it, and then I made an appointment to come back because it still was running.
What kind of warranty did you get with this?
I bought the no-fault gold warranty, 3-year no-fault, unlimited mileage.
Oh, wow, a 3-year no fault.
Correct.
3-year unlimited mileage. That's a good, okay. So did the same shop do the transmission and the engine?
Yes. Yeah, they're one and the same, and I've been back several times, and it just hasn't worked out. It's become very consultational, and I've had it there 7, 8 times now, and I can't get them to resolve the issue. And I'm at
What's the main? Is there one main issue?
I don't think the transmission and the engine is talking to each other. It still runs erratically. It's hard to start. I went back with several videos to show the mechanics what was going on when you first started it. And they drove it. They witnessed it. They've seen the videos. And as recently on the calendar here, I took it in. I made an appointment on the 11th of April, and they listened to it and couldn't figure out what's wrong. I went over to Sheridan Automotive Tech and talked to the owner, and he thought it might be a timing problem.
But hold on, did the Sheridan Auto Tech, did he go through it, or did he just talk to you?
No, I just talked to him about the issues. I've had my van there before on your suggestion.
But did he, did Kevin or anyone over at Sheridan, did they at least look at it? Was the van with you at the time?
Yeah, the van was with me at the time, and I can't remember if Kevin, no, he did not look at it. Showing the video of how it was hard to start and dying and running erratically when it first started, he thought it might be a timing issue. I went back this last month, shared that with the guys. They said they did adjust the timing, blah, 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 but still running erratically. I think that the engine's not talking to the transmission. It's sluggish and burning gas. And I just don't know what to do. It's become very consultational at this point.
So what I don't understand the confrontational part. Why?
They just, Tom, I've taken it there almost 8 times, and they can't fix it.
But what about the confrontational? What do you mean?
The manager there, he gets very belligerent, and he's just a bully. He tries to overtalk me when I just want it fixed. I need to have it fixed. And,
does that warranty allow you to fix it somewhere else?
Well, I'm not sure, Tom.
All right, just hold on then. Hold on.
Impact.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
Crash on eastbound I-270 at Quebec and slowing traffic in the area as you head towards I-70, so watch for some slow traffic there. Now, I-70 itself, that's an excellent.
Why did she go into sales?
What's that?
Why did she go into sales?
What's that?
Why did she go into sales, Paula?
I don't know. They just told me that, and she got a divorce, right?
Oh, that's unusual.
It is.
They were such a good couple.
Yeah. Yeah. I got divorced about like 6 months ago now.
Need to hire? Need Indeed. Their hiring platform makes it easy to
She just got off the show and went into sales. Who's that? Paula. Paula.
We're on wideband. Let's not talk until he turns that off.
You want me to turn it off?
Rocky Mountain IV Medics is hydration therapy or IV therapy in your home or your office or wherever else you want to meet them. They're portable. They come to you under the supervision of a doctor with medical professionals. I use them at least every 3 weeks. I love the service. You will too. And it doesn't cost any more than if you went to a hydration bar. It's a wonderful service. Rocky Mountain IV Medics.com. 720-987-2155. 720-987-2155. You can call or text for same day, same hour appointments. 720-987-2155. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, the guy you need to call for help, information, everything you need in real estate. Because he does more than just help you buy or sell real estate. He has a team for both, and he works every single deal. He will also give you free advice, especially when it comes to the market value of your home, not the asking price, not the appraisal, not the Zillow, but the actual selling price based on his years of experience, and that's free of charge. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. Can you turn off the audio?
Yep.
She stayed. She stayed. She's there. So that's what she. This is the first time I've seen it. This is the first day for the new girl. And Paula just, went into sales.
Here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So, Dennis, basically, it's a story that I've heard a million times. The warranty, it's under warranty. You're not getting along with the shop. We need to know about your warranty because it's likely it can be fixed somewhere else, but we need an independent eye, not to talk to you, but to actually examine the van from top to bottom. And it might cost you something to get you got to get your ammunition to find out, did this place, Colorado Engine, did they do anything wrong? I mean, are they incompetent? Or is it simply, I don't know, another problem? But it seems to me that if it's not working right, they should be interested in trying to fix it.
Yes, and just let me reiterate from the beginning. I went up to your website to find a place that I had confidence in to take a major job like this.
Yes.
And they were on your referral
right.
list. Right,
and they still are. And they, by the way, just so you know, I never get complaints about them, ever.
Well, and that's why I went with them. And I met George, the owner, was very cordial, but his staff, and they can't get it running right. And so, with that being said, I'm more than happy to take it somewhere. I would just, I got the impression from Tony when I spoke to him last week that I could take it, and if it fell at something that they didn't do right, they might pay for it. But I just don't trust that. I want to make sure I'm on good ground.
Well, like I said, these guys, you're not talking about crooks here. These guys are good people. I mean, if they did something wrong, they'd probably want to hear about it. What I'd like to know is it always the same problem you take it back for?
Yes. And this is the second engine. The first engine they put in there it malfunctioned. The timing chain went against the timing chain.
All right, I don't need to hear that if they put a second one in. They put a second one in and it's still not working?
And it's still not working.
What is the
issue is?
Let's talk about the second engine. What is the recurring problem with the second engine?
It's the same as the first. It runs erratically. It burns gas. The timing just doesn't seem to be right to coordinate with the transmission. Something's off.
Have they ever taken it out for a test drive?
They've taken it out for a test drive. I've showed them maybe 15 videos of the initial problem when it starts up, and they still can't.
Can you give us access to your video links?
Absolutely. I'd be happy to send them.
Good. Hold on. Now, next one. We need to get someone to analyze this. I mean, truly analyze it. I mean, we need to figure out what's going on. I'll bet you they want to know. I mean, first of all, if they put a new engine in and it's having the same exact problems as the old engine, that's a serious problem. There's something up. I mean, it's not the engine.
Well, the first engine, the timing chain was running against it in the housing, but it was still the startup issues, the engine light coming on, the same with the second engine, and it's just an ongoing problem.
All right, hold on. We got to figure this out. We'll take it one step at a time. I need to look at the videos. We'll find someone to analyze it and take it from there. 303-713-TALK. We have another hour to go. Get your calls in. 303-713-8255.
The truth. Okay, I gotta go to the restroom.
All right. Well, you're looking pretty good, Don.
Well, I'm not feeling good, babe.
What's the matter?
I've had more back issues, the lower back than I've ever had. I've been in such pain. It's not actually my back; it's my legs. I
had that. I had it.
I'm having an MRI done, and you know what? It's just a hunt and peck. And I will admit that I'm my own worst enemy. I exercise like a demon. I stretch like a crazy person. And maybe I need to slow down. I don't know.
Yeah, you know something? That same thing happened to me. But I actually got a new pair of cowboy boots. And gonna wear orthotics. And my wife and I went dancing, right? Oh my God. Right here.
Right.
Oh my God, right here.
But I get down into my legs now. It's terrible.
I hate the back pain.
Yeah, he was just getting up from a conference table. A lot of times before the show, he's in the conference room just doing something else and stuff. He just got up, twisted a little bit. He came in. This was like at 9:45. He came into the show he was almost in tears.
Well, yeah.
I'd never seen him in that much pain.
I can identify with that pain.
Me too. Unfortunately.
But mine, I know why mine happened.
Yeah,
Cowboy boots, I had mine.
Yeah, right.
And the orthotics. I mean, he just totally changed the way that my feet sit.
Today of assaulting an officer during the Capitol riot, rejecting his claim that he was defending himself from what he described as a rogue cop who punched him in the face. The Biden administration says it will soon begin rolling out more than $3 billion in grants to boost production of materials needed to make electric vehicle batteries, such as lithium, cobalt, nickel, and graphite. FCC Commissioner Nathan Symington says the commission has no authority to block the $44 billion sale of Twitter to billionaire Elon Musk. This is ABC News. Spirit Airlines is saying no thanks to JetBlue and instead is moving forward with a takeover from Frontier Airlines. JetBlue came in with a last-minute deal in recent weeks to derail a planned takeover of Spirit Airlines by Frontier, JetBlue making its own offer. But Spirit says it plans to move forward now with Frontier's $2.9 billion takeover bid, saying it's more likely to win regulatory approval. Shares of Spirit and Frontier sank on the news. It was a reversal after Spirit said last month its directors believed the JetBlue offer could have been a better deal. Spirit and Frontier coming together would combine the country's two largest budget airlines. Alex Stone, ABC News. Amazon cutting back its paid leaves for people who might have COVID. Until today, Amazon workers got time off to wait for COVID test results. And now Amazon workers will have to use sick days if they do test positive. Actress Amber Heard expected to take the stand today for the first time in the defamation trial involving her ex, Johnny Depp. Alex Perez, ABC News.
Rob tried to manage his constipation with belly pain, discomfort, and bloating day after day. After realizing it was irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C, he found another way and finally said yes to adding Linzess.
Linzess, or linaclotide, is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. Linzess works differently than laxatives. It lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2 years old. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas.
My daughter gave me a mat. A mat.
Say yes to Linzess.
Remember those
Linzess.com or call 1-800.
Many years ago, people used to have mats with nails. Okay, well, this one said there's no nails, but there's some poking things, right? You lay down with that thing, and you don't want to know something? They got rid of my thing.
What
is it called? It's called Ecomac or an Ecomac or something like that. I'll show you that information.
I would try anything right now.
I'll tell you what, that's what I did.
So I have a deep injection on Wednesday into the sciatic nerve. Well, you know, it'll see what happens. Then I'm going to do an MRI and get to the bottom.
When are you getting your injection?
Wednesday afternoon. Okay. Just conscious sedation. You know what? I don't need sedation for me. I actually, to be honest with you, I did it before. Deep into the sciatic, it's the flexible needle, and they do it by imagery, and they go right into
the fluoroscopy.
Yeah, that's right. And then they do the injection to deaden the nerve, to see if that's the right nerve. Once they know that, then they can do something. It's my second one. But you know what? Sedation isn't for me.
Right.
It's for the doctor, because I noticed he held back a little, and I think he was a little intimidated that I did not have sedation. And I don't think he went as deep as he could have. So I'm going to tell him this time, give me the sedation for you, because I don't want you to be worrying about it. No, I could tell, because he kept saying, are you okay? Because it has a lead of lidocaine anyway.
Right.
I mean, truly, you feel it, but it's not like, it's nothing like that.
Yeah.
Plus, I have a pretty good pain threshold. But I could tell it was bothering him more than me. So this time, I'm truly doing some sedation for him. Because I don't want him worrying about me. I want him to go so deep into that joint that it's done.
Right.
When you buy a home,
so you're going to be sleep?
You'll have a team of experts
You're
to
going to
help you
sleep?
every step of the way.
No, just conscious sedation. It's just sedation.
You'll feel informed.
That's a pretty damn safe way of doing
When
it.
you're ready to buy,
You know, conscious sedation can be done for a lot of shit. A lot of shit.
Oh, I know.
Do you know I had years ago fratomectomy when they opened up the nerve roots years ago under conscious sedation?
Really?
Yes, I did. The doctor didn't want to do it, and I said, no, I want to watch it. And I watched it up on a monitor, but I was out of it most of the time. Then I did conscious sedation for, you're never going to believe this. You'll never believe this. I had a rhinoplasty with conscious sedation for deviated septum.
Really?
Basically a nose job.
Oh my God. No kidding.
They basically had a nose job.
But that's pretty heavy for fucking conscious sedation.
Yeah.
Oh,
but they sure as hell did it.
So when Mark did it, did they put him under? Or?
I think they did.
Probably. He's kind of a
No, Mark had different than.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he had sinus surgery. And the other thing is when you're doing sinus surgery, as Tom will agree, you don't want the patient to move at all, because
I wouldn't think rhinoplasty, you don't want anybody to move either. I had the deviated septum corrected.
No, but I'm saying, but that's less dangerous than, because your sinuses behind are so close to the brain with a very thin bone. You don't want to take a chance on the patient moving and getting into the brain. With Mark, it wouldn't matter because he doesn't have one. But with most people,
I wonder how they're doing. Have you checked lately? Has anyone checked with Suze?
Yeah.
What did she say?
They were driving to some place to get their bus repaired.
That's terrible. Anything mechanical is a pain in the ass.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. We are here to help you solve problems, to answer questions, to take complaints, to make your life a little easier. We do it any way we can. This hour brought to you by Garage Magic for your coatings on your garage floor or your sidewalks, your patio, pool patios, pool decks. It's a polyaspartic coating. That doesn't mean anything to you. All you have to know is it's beautiful, and it's a lifetime warranty, and they're employees, and they're highly trained. They don't go to temporary manpower and bring a bunch of people over and not do it right. This is done the right way. For the whole front range, GarageMagic.com. And that is 720-600-HOME. 720-600-HOME. Welcome to the show. I'm Tom Martino. We're going to talk a little bit about your problems, a little bit about my problems. Not really. So Dennis, he's upset with his engine. I don't know what the hell to do about it except get it analyzed. That's all we can do. He took it to Colorado Engine on a referral list. I have to tell you something, man. Colorado Engine, we never get complaints about them. They're good people. But he said they can't get it right. It's a second engine they put in, and it still has drivability issues. He's going to send us links to the video. Did we get those, Kelly?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right, we're going to cut you loose, Dennis, and then what we're going to do is look at the videos, find a place to analyze this thing, and then see what's wrong. It's under warranty. Listen, here's what I'm positive of. I am positive that Colorado Engine is not holding back. Here's what I mean. They would love nothing more than to repair this and get it out, get it done. Don't you think?
Of course.
Yeah. So I think there's something going on. Maybe they don't understand. So maybe we can help them. That's all I can. Or there's one of two possibilities, okay? They don't understand what's going on, and there's a real problem. Or there's not a real problem, and you don't understand what's going on. It's one or the other.
I do understand what's going on.
I know, of course you say that, and they're going to say the same thing. But you understand it can only be one or the other.
Exactly. And I just, I put a ton of money in this. I just want it right.
I don't blame you at all. I don't blame you at all, and that's why we're here. Kevin, welcome to the show. I'm Tom Martino. What's going on?
Hi. So, back in 11/6 of 2020, I went to North Suburban Medical Hospital to have my appendix removed, and my insurance company paid out in-network prices to the doctor because he was in network, and now he is suing me for the balance of, or what's left over, what the insurance company didn't cover.
Now, hold on. Was he in your group?
He was in network.
He was?
Yes.
Wait a minute. And how does it normally work? Do you normally have a copay?
Yes, and I paid my copays. I've got a max out of pocket of $2,500 a year, and I paid the $2,500.
Okay. So hold on. What insurance group is this?
UMR.
What's that?
I think it's United Medical.
Okay, so why? What do they say about it?
They tell me I don't owe him anything. I am in the process of reopening the claim, trying to get them to pay him out, but I have...
How much is he balance billing you?
It was $3,700, but it's going up with lawyer fees and stuff.
Why did you call over there and say, hey, bud, I paid my copay?
I did, and I've talked to their lawyer, and their lawyer told me that she's not allowed to settle for anything less than the full amount.
Yeah, but why? But why? I thought they're supposed to do it for if they're in group, in network. Doc, am I wrong? I don't know. When they're in network, aren't they supposed to pay settle?
Yeah, you accept insurance payment. That's what being in network is.
Well, what's going on, Kevin? What are we not hearing here, bro?
I have no clue. This is all I know.
What does your insurance company say?
My insurance company tells them that I don't owe the company anything.
So what's the downside?
What do you mean?
What's the downside? Don't pay.
Let them sue you, and when you go to court...
You show you paid.
We'll show that you paid.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Kevin, do you understand there's really no trust? What else do you... Kevin, what else do you do? The doctor's suing you. You can't pay. What else can... And your insurance says you don't owe. But what's the name of this doctor?
Georgescu Dormu. It's D-O-R-M-U, Georgescu.
George Escu.
Yeah, like Georgescu.
That's his one name?
That's his last name. And
no, he sounds like he's Romanian or something like that.
Well,
yeah, his first name is Dormu, D-O-R-M-U, and then his last name is Georgescu.
Could it be that he... I don't get it. I really don't. But listen, man, I mean, all I can say is, if you don't think you can't pay it anyway, don't pay it. I mean, they take you to court. What can you do? You say, I don't owe the money. I mean, can you get something in writing from your insurance?
I have my explanation of benefits that shows that they paid him what the in-network cost was, and it shows that I don't owe anything.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Can you? That's ridiculous. Hey, you should send us a copy of that. We should try to call them.
Okay,
Doc,
that
would you
would be
try
awesome.
calling if we got a copy of that?
Absolutely.
Get a copy of that to us, man. I'm sorry you're having this problem. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Wow. Okay, Joe Chiano, become the banker. I don't like just saying become the banker because that's just one of his strategies. The other one is I'm really enthralled with this annuity, and I know I'm going to end up doing it. Deputy Doc has one. But if I do an annuity with a lump sum, it would have to be, and by the way, this is what I don't understand, Joe. I have a pension plan. Okay? I forget what they call it. I think a defined benefit plan or defined contribution, one or the other.
Yeah.
Does it matter which one? Anyway.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is. It's a big difference.
Oh, well, I'll look it up. Okay. But here's what they say. I have some money built up. And they say, we recommend, because I'm getting to maximum funding. What does that mean? Is there only a certain amount you can put away?
That means, you're right, exactly.
Why?
Well, by law.
Okay.
And by the employer.
Okay.
Set those terms.
Well, I'm the employer, so I'm doing it for myself, right?
Right.
Okay.
So it's the law then.
But it was when it was written or something. But here's what they said, and this is what I don't understand. That pension plan is supposed to pay me a monthly payment.
Right.
Okay. And they said, I'm in a unique position because I'm still working. But I could still draw on it.
You are. You can if you.
Yeah, and still work. I mean,
that's right.
Yes. Yeah, there's no law that says I have to be retired.
That is right.
Okay, just like I'm getting Social Security, there's no law that says I can't because I waited for full retirement age.
Right.
But here's my question, and I'm sure there are other people as we get older and healthier. Here's something I want to know. They said that I should take my lump sum and put it into an annuity, and I said, wait a minute. I thought a pension plan is an annuity. Why would they encourage me to take money out of a plan I built up all these years and reinvest it in something else? Is it like they want to get out of paying me or what? Why are they doing it? No, I'm serious when I ask this.
Right. No, that's just an option. Okay, that the state, every state has an insurance commissioner, and they create the laws. So basically, an insurance company has to give you different options. Like one of the options would be to get an income.
No, but why do they tell me we recommend that you take your lump sum and put it into another? Why?
That's an option because people are afraid to.
It's a defined benefit plan, is what it's called. So, what does defined benefit mean?
A defined benefit is the good old-fashioned pensions.
What does it mean?
It means that you go to work for this employer. You work for so many years. You don't put any money into the plan, but the plan will actually give you an income for life.
Okay, so I was, as the employer, putting money in for myself as the employee.
That's right.
Then it's supposed to give me income. So if it's supposed to give me income, why would I switch it to an annuity?
Because the annuities today, they have a higher payout.
That would be actually more advantageous?
For you, yes.
How would you know? If someone has a pension, can you look at their pension and advise them as to whether or not they should convert it or not?
Absolutely. We do that all the time, Tom.
And do some people have pensions good enough that they should stay with it?
That is right.
Okay. You know, this is very interesting.
Well, don't forget what happened with, what was the company, the telephone company in Denver? Oh, where people had pensions and everything went bankrupt and they lost their pensions. So part of the pension decision has to be based on your feeling about the company being there in the next 20 or 30 years to give you your money.
Okay.
Well, not only the company, but also the company holding your money.
303-713-TALK. Okay, now, Joey, what's going on with you, Joey?
Well, I had bought a used mobile home from a person that is turned out to be a real estate agent.
Yes.
And when I had bought it from him, I had asked him if there was any complications or anything with the mobile home or anything.
Now, did he disclose he was a real estate agent?
No, he didn't disclose.
Was he listing it or was it his?
He was listing it on Craigslist.
For someone?
No, for himself and his wife.
Okay, well, he doesn't have to disclose anything.
Okay. Well, it turned out that they owed back rent. for the amount of $16,000.
Well, that's a big problem. Hold on. Whether or not, listen, being a real estate broker is neither here nor there. Hold on.
The job market is competitive right now, so you need to be competitive to attract top talent. If you're trying to
Yeah, I mean, you should do that.
business, iHeartMedia is here to help. Use radio.
Roll the money over to the guaranteed pension account.
Well, I'm going to talk about it.
Guess what? We got a bonus now of up to 12%.
Well, I want to make sure. Why am I doing it? I mean,
well, just
Joe.
You can grow.
He's got to turn that off. I'll talk to him.
What was the?
Hold on, guys. Ideal home loans for your next ideal home loan. What I mean by that is, if you want a loan, you want certain options, right? With Ideal, you get those options. First of all, you get to pick your own term. It doesn't have to be 15 or 30. It can be whatever length you want. The other thing you get with Ideal Home Loans is the interest rate guarantee. So if rates go down, you get to refinance free of charge. That's right. And every time rates go down, you get to do it again. It's a 2-year guarantee. As long as you're within that 2 years, they do it again and again. Ideal Home Loans, they have the pre-approval, which is like a cash deal. So that means you go out and look for a house, you're already approved. The money's set aside. The interest rate is locked. You're ready to go. IdealHomeLoans.com, 303-867-7000. Let's talk about another kind of a loan, reverse loan. And you know that I have very certain people that I recommend for reverse loans because I want you to be taken care of as a senior. If you're 62 or older and you have equity in your home, you need someone I trust. EmpowerReverse.com is one of them. Empower, E-M-P-O-W-E-R, Empower Reverse. Mark Massey has a heart for seniors. He'll answer all of your questions to make sure you're comfortable with a reverse loan. You may or may not want to do it, but he'll take the time to make sure you're fully informed. 720-500-7719. Please call him. He's a great guy. That's EmpowerReverse.com, 720-500-7719.
Wasn't it Lucent that went bankrupt and put people?
One of them.
Lucent. I know 2 people that work for them.
But listen, I'm the company.
No,
So
I'm
if you-
not about.
No, I want to.
Which is amazing. It's
There you
with, it's with AIG.
That's a good company.
Yeah.
So we represent that company as well. So we have 147 that we choose.
147 companies?
Companies that we represent. So that means that we tailor the company, the product, the person as we come.
like the 80-20 rule, where about 20% of those companies you funnel most business to, or
No, you know what?
spread it around?
No, it really is spread out quite a bit.
Okay.
Because see, some companies are very good for people that are older.
Yeah.
Other companies are good when if the person is young.
Yeah.
Then if somebody has a lot of money, like Tom was saying, 2.9, that is a special company.
No, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why we have 147.
Yeah.
Until victims confronted her on national television. Sarah Galash makes old people she had leukemia or muscular dystrophy, even Ebola. She knew
Did you get something from the hospital too, or did you work at a hospital?
No, I was self-employed.
Better?
Self-employed.
Listen, my main thing is I just don't want to.
Your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right, now, Don's got a question. Wait. Joey, I'll be right back to you. Hold on. I just want to get this question real quick for Joe to start thinking about. Don, what is your question about annuities for Joe?
Yeah, Joe mentioned that you might be better off to convert your defined benefit plan to an annuity right now. I have an individual defined benefit plan as well. And aren't annuity yields tied to interest rates? And if so, since we're in a rising interest rate environment, would it now be a bad time to consider an annuity? Wouldn't it be better to catch it once rates are high as opposed to getting in at a low rate and then watching rates go up?
Well, Joe, what do you think about that?
Well, Don, just depends on the annuity. The annuities that we promote are what they call a fixed indexed annuity.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It doesn't matter because you only get up to a certain amount anyway, and the rest goes to the company, but you're guaranteed income.
Right, but I think what Don's talking about is an annuity that will pay him a fixed interest every single year.
Oh.
See, this annuity is based on an index like the S&P 500, the Dow Jones. Okay. So when that market goes up, you're going to get a percentage of the growth. Not all of it, like Tom said, but when the market crashes and it goes down, guess what? You don't go down with it.
It only ratchets up.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. And one other thing I'd mention is with my personal defined benefit plan, what I did was I just converted it over to an IRA. And
yeah, but an IRA is only an IRA is a drawdown account. That's not going to guarantee any income.
Right. But what I'm saying is you don't a company defined benefit plan. They're both called defined benefit plans. Like U.S. West had a defined benefit plan, and now you and I both have these individual plans. But under the say a U.S. West defined benefit plan, they would actually say we're going to give you X dollars every year going on forever. You actually have it sitting in a qualified account to handle as you wish,
right?
Which could include putting it into an index annuity.
I see. Yeah. I don't know why they call it defined benefit plan because it's not defined, the benefit.
Well, it just depends on the plan. I feel.
You go through an annual calculation of what you have on your plan,
right?
And then you make a statement of what that payment's going to be, and it tells you if you have enough. It's more of a mathematical machination to come up with what the number is.
Okay,
so that's why they do it.
I get what you're saying. 303-713-TALK. Okay, Joey. So on this mobile home, you bought this mobile home, and it was set up in a park. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, and it had charges accrued against it.
You know what? The mobile home park says that they owe back rent.
Right, but are they assessing it against you?
Yes, they're not offering me a lease.
Okay. Now, you have to get rid of it, in other words. That's what they're saying. You have to move it, is what they're saying.
They didn't actually say I had to move it. They just said that they wanted the old back rent paid.
All right, how much did you pay for this?
$5,000.
$5,000. And how did you pay it?
In cash.
Okay. Now, that guy owes how much?
$16,000.
Okay. He obviously, did he take off? He's gone now, right?
No, he actually runs a realty place up in Woodland Park.
What's his name?
His name is David Entman.
David what? Entman?
Yeah. ENTENMANN.
Like the cookie, are you saying?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. David Entman. You know what? This is, what does he say when did you call him and say, hey, you ripped me off?
Yeah, I texted him also, and I was like, I asked him specifically if he owed any back rent.
You wouldn't even have to ask him, Joey. You don't even have to say that. You keep saying that to protect yourself. You wouldn't have to tell him. The guy obviously ripped you off. It wouldn't matter if you asked or not. It's pretty obvious that this guy should not have sold it to you knowing you have to move it or lose it. I mean, this guy's a crook.
I agree with you. He got me.
Okay, so what is he going to do about it?
Absolutely nothing.
I would you know what? I would sue him in small claims court for my $5,000 back. That's what I would do immediately. I would sue him for $5,000 and moving expenses on top of it, and then get your money back and leave.
And then I would call the real estate board and have his license.
Yeah, even though technically he didn't do this with his license, it shows bad character.
Well, he should have known. Aren't there conditions where if you're in a position where you should have known something that you...
This guy knows he was doing wrong. What does he say? Anything at all in explanation, Joey? Does he say, oh, I'm sorry?
Nope, he just said it that tough luck.
No, he didn't.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. He didn't actually say, hold on. He didn't actually say tough luck.
Yes, sir. I have it printed on text from his number.
What's his number?
Yeah, what David Entman, the cookie, what does he, what's the name of his office?
So I looked him up here, and it says he's Home Smart, Greenwood Village.
Home Smart?
Yes, Greenwood Village.
I thought you said he was up in Woodland Park.
Yes, he lives in Woodland Park.
But his business is Home Smart in Greenwood Village? Sir?
Yes, sir.
Is it Home Smart Greenwood Village?
Okay, here it is. Home Smart Cherry Creek.
That's where he actually offices?
Yes, sir. And his address is 800.
Did you say Cherry Creek or Cherry Hills?
Cherry Creek.
Okay. And what's his number?
His number is 719-321-9352.
Okay, you need to call the Real Estate Commission and report him, or the Board of Realtors, or anywhere. Then you need to start a lawsuit against him in small claims court. I'm serious. And we're going to come after him too.
I mean, yeah, he did me that. I saved up. I thought I was getting a good deal, and apparently I was not.
No, apparently you were not. This scumbag, Hold on. Kelly, let's see if he answers. I'm pissed off at this guy now. I just want to know. What's that? Are you looking him up?
The number you have reached is no longer in service.
Hey, is that the only number you have?
No, I have another number. Let me give it to
you. Let me just try this one again. I don't understand. Let's just see one more time.
Hello, this is Dave. I'm sorry I'm not available at the moment.
Hold on.
Please leave a voicemail message, and I will return your call as soon as possible.
Good.
Thank you very much, and have a great day.
I must have misdialed.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
David Enteman. This is Tom Martino live on my radio show. Even though you have the name of the cookie, you're not a very smart cookie. You sold a mobile home to Joey with rent due and owing, and now he's screwed? And you expect to get away with it? I'm sorry, David Enteman, stupid cookie. It's not going to work. We need to go after you and then let everyone know what kind of a person you are. So if you'd like to talk to us, you can call me at 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. I'd love to talk to a smart cookie like David Enteman at HomeSmart, Cherry Creek, 719-321-9352. So let's see what that does, Joey. But I want you to start small claims, and I want you to send us any information you have, including any copies of contracts, okay?
Okay, not a problem at all.
I want to make sure you didn't buy it as a tow-away.
I did not. He knew I wanted to live there.
Well, I'm not saying what he knew. I'm saying how you bought it, the structure.
Oh, okay. I can give you all the information that I have here.
Okay, thank you. Hold on, Kelly, let's get that information. Take his number. This is sad, folks.
Every time that
that's terrible.
When I sold a home where there's an HOA, you always there's a form and it says, are there any payments that are owed the HOA? And if he says no, then that's fraud. They should take away license.
See, that's what gives people, a bad name, like salespeople and things like that.
So, you know what else, Tom, I just thought of? That doctor, if I'm going to tell Marty, if Marty's dealing with, I'm going to deal with the doctor. If he's dealing with, they should take him off the insurance. With Kevin, they should throw him off the network. If he's not following the rules and accepting payment, they should just throw his ass off of that insurance company.
Yeah.
Oh, the doctor.
Yeah. And you should report him to the medical board.
I would.
The Colorado Medical Board is really anti-doctor.
I would like to see you a week from tomorrow at Embassy Suites in Centennial. Doors open at 6 o'clock. That's Tuesday, May 10th. We're going to be talking about the liquid loan and what it is and exactly how it works. The liquid loan, a 30-year line of credit that I recommend for people because it's the most flexible loan you'll ever find. You can pay it down as much as you want, then borrow it back if you need the money. And if you have extra equity, you borrow even more. You can pay interest only for very low payments. Or if you decide, hey, honey, we're going to stay here a few more years, pay a big chunk of principal. Whatever you need to do, you can do with the liquid loan. You'll find out more and answer all of your questions. Next week, Tuesday, May 10th, here's where you get your tickets. You just sign up free, and we'll even feed you. TheLiquidLoan.com. That's where you go. TheLiquidLoan.com. You've heard me talk about garage coatings, right? And patio coatings and sidewalks. And you know there are only a few people that I trust to do it right. Here's one. GarageKings.com. Kings of Garages. The Garage Kings from Pueblo to Colorado Springs, northward. What do I mean? Of course, Pueblo to Colorado Springs. I mean northward to Fort Collins even. And all you have to do is call for your estimate. A lifetime warranty. And the lowest prices, no money down, 720-252-0370. 720-252-0370. GarageKings.com. That was silly. I was saying from Pueblo to Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
I think he meant Fort Collins.
Our legislators are being pushed hard by special unthinkable.
Oh, man.
Still trying to get the videos from Dennis. He's having issues sending video. So
who's this one?
This is the guy that had the problem with Colorado engine. So he's still trying
And no
to.
matter what, we need to get him somewhere to look at this car. I mean, ask Kevin maybe if Kevin can look at it, or
Okay.
you know, they don't have to like spend forever, but we need to get him somewhere to look at it to get it before Car Day. I'd like to get it done so we can have him back.
Okay. Do you want me to call Kevin? See if he.
Ask him if he can, yeah. And tell this guy he might have to pay. Tell him first, is he willing to pay for a diagnostic? And then call Kevin.
Okay.
Because, I mean, Kevin shouldn't have to do this free.
And then regarding Joey, are you done with him? He's going to try to send the contracts and everything. I have his number and his contact information.
And then he needs to start a small claims court immediately. This guy can't lose.
Okay. All right, cool. And the guy hasn't called back the cookie.
Cookie.
The guy at Home Smart Green Village. They must have 50
No, it's
agents.
Home Smart Cherry Creek.
No, Home Smart. Well, I did click on Green Village, but I looked at Home Smart Cherry Creek. I think they're just a big umbrella. People buy franchises of something.
844-425-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind. Call us at 844-425-3669.
And NMLS 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender. Rate subject to change.
My mom's a bomb. Her hugs are so good, there's a wait list. Her laughter is like...
So, Joe,
Yes.
if I'm still contributing to the program
Right.
and getting a tax deduction, I shouldn't roll it over yet.
No, you can do that. You can roll over everything. And
then make a con. But,
that's right.
but they're not going to be tax deductible.
Yeah, there will be. It will. See, it has to go from a like plan to another like plan. So that means that.
And if I roll it over, I can still make.
You can
how
still
will
make
I know what my contribution amount is?
It's the same.
Well,
It's
it varies each year. They give me a number.
Well, whatever. We'll let you know.
Well, how will you know what the max is?
No, well, the company will know that.
Your company.
Yeah, the company.
Okay, so in other words, it's not going to be a defined benefit plan anymore. It's going to be an annuity.
It's going to be an IRA.
Annuity.
Right, of course.
But as far as my maximum contribution, right now I'm able to do like $200 and $300.
Yeah, but okay.
I don't know my contribution.
We have what they call SEPs, Simplified Employee Class. Okay.
Yeah.
So so means we can roll that qualified plan into a qualified plan under the umbrella of SEP.
Okay, meaning
that you still have the same contribution limits. That's set by the government. See, and then you can actually get
But it's not made by my company anymore. It's made by me.
No, you can make it by your company.
I got it.
Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah.
Tom
Martino here, 303-713-TALK. Willie, what's happening? What's going on?
Hey there.
Hey.
So there's so many scams going out there.
Oh,
and
I know.
I don't want to be one of the ones that fall into it, and that's why I'm calling you. So I'm going to
Thank
take my family on vacation this summer.
Okay.
And, I don't want to go do passport stuff because I heard that's taking a while to do. So I'm thinking of taking them either Hawaii or Florida for a week, but I just don't know where to begin. I look on the website, and there's so many.
You know
different
what? You want to know the best? You want to know the best vacations? Costco.
What's that? Oh yeah, I have a membership there.
Willie, you'll never beat it ever.
All right.
And you won't
So
be
they can handle,
scammed.
everything.
Everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm scared of.
Everything, man. Everything. You have Costco. Listen, man, I took a Costco vacation, and it never went more smoothly in my life. And it was the cheapest vacation I ever found.
Yeah, and I'm looking, you know, my wife, she's never on a real good vacation. So I'm looking, you know, I want to spend like, I don't know, maybe 10, 15.
Oh, my goodness. You won't even have to spend that much. But listen, if you go to Hawaii, the Grand Wailea has an all-inclusive resort that is unfreaking believable in Maui. Grand Wailea. I believe that's how you say it. The Grand
Wailea.
Wailea?
Yeah.
Grand Wailea. Oh, man, it's beautiful. And in Florida, you know, Florida's not as, listen, I like Florida. It's not as quite as nice as Hawaii, okay? It's got some beautiful beaches and stuff, but they don't have quite the all-inclusives that Hawaii has.
Yeah, and that's what I want, all-inclusive.
But, you know, the only disadvantage with Hawaii, man, there's a lot of travel time.
And also, my friend just got back from Hawaii. It is so expensive. I would double check on the cost of the all-inclusive. He went out to dinner with 4 people to a steakhouse, $750 for dinner.
Well, I know it can be. Wow. You know, yeah, you know, in addition to the Costco vacation, though, on the all-inclusive, they have some meals included, but some of them don't. Yeah, you do have to watch out for that. It's very, very, very expensive. But Florida is a great destination. It really is. And then there are some other places, too, that you may want to consider, like the Bahamas.
Yeah.
And
so
Costa Rica.
For the Bahamas, though?
What's that?
He didn't want to go someplace where you need a passport.
Oh, you want to go somewhere where you don't need it.
The money that you save on airfare, you can have a great time in Florida with that extra dough.
You know, I don't know how Mexico is these days, but Mexico's a lot of fun, too.
But you need a passport.
No, you just need identification.
No. You do need a passport.
Do you need it to Mexico? Of course. Well, you would know, Joe.
Yeah, it's an international country. So definitely you have to have a passport. We just came from there, Tom. There's a resort over there.
My wife and 2 kids.
What's the resort?
It's called the Xcaret. It's Xcarat. All inclusive. This is like a 5-star place, okay?
Where? In Mexico?
At Playa del Carmen.
Okay.
It's in Playa del Carmen, and it is the most phenomenal trip that you'll ever take.
Really?
I guarantee that. My wife and I had a great time.
Was it cost effective or?
Cost effective. Everything was right on target.
Wow.
And the food, we gained 10 pounds, Tom. We did. We gained 10 pounds.
But you have to check and make sure that those all-inclusives are good for kids. Because they, you know, there are a lot of them that are really.
I got a 5 and a 10-year-old. Yeah.
Well, Wailea is great for kids.
No, but I'm just saying, think about the expense of flying a family to Hawaii as opposed to you can get a.
Yeah, but it's all inclusive. The price. I mean, Costco includes everything, including airfare.
I know, but I'm just saying it's going to be a lot more expensive than going to Florida.
That's true. But listen, go with the big tour operators like that if you want to, if not get ripped, okay? And don't ever do these come-ons for timeshare ever.
No.
No. And everywhere you go, the timeshare people will be out there like carnival barkers. So what's the name of the Mexican one he can write down again? It's called
Xcaret. It's the letter X.
The letter X and then Caret, C-A-R-E-T.
A-T, yeah.
And then, hold on, we got a comment on Puerto Vallarta. Go ahead, Don.
Yeah, hi, Tom. I just called a minute ago on your defined benefit plan.
Yeah.
But I was down in Puerto Vallarta for a couple of weeks over Thanksgiving and then for 3 weeks over spring break. And it's a great place to consider. It's a direct 3-hour flight on Southwest. And it's a wonderful place. Everything's extremely affordable. So good place for people to think about.
Good. Thank you.
Have any kids with you, Don?
I had my daughter with me.
How old is she?
She's 18.
But no. Puerto Vallarta is okay for kids. There's a lot of stuff to do. Yeah, there's a lot of touristy things.
How did you find out about Xcaret?
Xcaret, I just Googled it. It's the most phenomenal thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean,
I've heard of it.
It's so huge. Tom, it has 3 theme parks in the.
Do you still have family in Mexico City?
I do.
Mexico City?
I do. I do.
Mexico City. Who do you
Mexico
have?
City.
Brothers, sisters?
No,
what?
just my my nieces now. Yeah, my nieces. Everybody else is passing away.
The other thing, you know,
So I thought you could travel to the Caribbean, maybe
going
Mexico.
on a
Mexico
Disney
is just
cruise.
like a driver's license.
One of the Disney
You
cruise
could go
ships
out-
for the kids.
Maybe not Mexico,
Awesome.
right? Or
Not
Costa
anymore.
Rica, but
Fuck
What?
Disney.
you know,
All the
all the Caribbean
Well,
islands.
You're talking about kids, eh? You know,
I
going
have-
on
I
one of
know
the
that,
cruise ships.
I mean, I
would be
have
an awesome
Oh, yeah,
vacation
you do, yeah.
for him and his wife.
But I thought the Caribbean. And
Maybe the Caribbean is different, but I know
Maybe it
Mexico,
is. I don't know.
they require a passport.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I got
Caribbean
one
you
spot
need
to
a
do here
No,
or two.
they might have changed.
Don't ever call a restoration company without checking referralist.com and getting the number to American Restoration 24/7. There's a reason I say that. The industry is riddled with crime and corruption and liars and cheaters and rip-offs. Oh, they come in smiling, and you may think, okay, my insurance is paying for it, no big deal, but it is a big deal because if you hire the wrong company, you end up footing the bill because the insurance is only going to pay once. Now, what I love about American Restoration is Rock and his team have all the certifications from EPA for asbestos and black mold and all of the substances you'll come across, and they can help put your property back to normal after a flood, a fire, a pipe break, asbestos, a meth lab, unattended death, or any other crime. That's American Restoration 24/7.
Oh.
Find them right here, 8337 AMREST, 8337 AMREST, or online at AMREST247.com. Reverse loans, as you know, can be a useful tool if done properly. And I trust the people at Approval Reverse, and you can too. Joan Sullivan and her team will answer your questions and take care of you, whether you want a line of credit, a lump sum, or maybe monthly payments. That's a great place to start. ApprovalReverse.com. 303-771-3528. 303-771-3528.
The only place you don't need a passport in the Caribbean
U.S.
are the
Virgin Islands.
U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico.
You know, because I looked.
Because I've been diving all over the Caribbean.
Me too.
And you always need a passport.
I thought at one because
Where?
my son
No.
got something and we got him like a. I don't think he had a passport.
It's got to be a passport. If you
Well,
want to,
no, I just looked it up. You're right.
I know.
In
That's
Mexico the same way. You have to have a passport.
But he should go. You know, I'm telling you, this guy with a 5 and 10-year-old would have a great time taking his kids on a Disney cruise.
Oh,
On one of
yeah.
the ships.
Those are so fun.
Man, I've taken one and I definitely agree.
That would be a great thing for him to do.
Yeah. And they have their own private island.
My
Yeah.
honey just called. She says, in $1,500 a person for a rental car, hotel, and air at Hyatt Maui.
Jeez.
$1,500 a person.
That's $6,000.
That's what he said. He was going to
Yeah.
spend $15,000.
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying for $6,000. But I would still want to know what they have for kids.
Well, we went there. They have everything. They have all that luau shit, all that crap, man.
But I'm just saying a Disney cruise. And the other thing
You want
is,
to go to Club Hedonism?
No, when you're
That's
on a,
not kid friendly.
No, when you're on a Disney cruise,
Club
you're on a ship.
Hedonism.
Is there a real club called that?
That's in Jamaica.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh no, look it up.
Wow.
It is an adult-only place.
But what is it for? Fucking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I went to.
Really?
I went to.
Yeah.
Jeez, I didn't-
Well, I think it's
I went to a Club Med in Martin.
married and you want
And that's
romantic
all it
stuff.
was.
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
No,
I,
but
it
you're,
was
Yeah.
right after I got done my
People in there.
internship.
Jeez.
I slept for 3 days and fucked for 5 days. It was the most incredible place.
where's that?
That's the place?
The no Club Med in Martinique.
Yeah, did you take a partner with you, or did you?
No, I was single. I was just finished my internship.
Don't
You
take
hound
trips like
dog.
that when you're single.
No, but I'm saying the good thing about the Disney thing,
Yeah.
you can let your kids go, no worries. They can
Run all over the ship.
Yeah.
run all over
And
the
on their
ship.
island.
It's a safe environment.
Yeah.
I would do that in a heartbeat if I were him. I'm going to call him up and tell him that.
That's a fun. We did that when my youngest son was smaller.
Yeah, we did it too.
He had a blast.
We had a blast.
So we took all 3 boys.
Yeah, for the money.
They know how to do it.
They know how to.
They know how to do it. Yeah.
For the money, that's the thing to do.
They know how to do it, man. The food was absolutely delicious.
Can we say that on the air, Tom?
What?
That if Don is thinking of going on vacation, check out the Disney cruises for kids. They went on it. He went on it.
Oh yeah. And Disney definitely knows
You know
how
what?
to
And
take
if
care
the
of
weather
people.
sucks, if you go on a vacation and the weather sucks, you have a terrible time. If you go on a cruise and the weather sucks, you've got a million things to do on the ship
Inside, yeah.
that are not weather related.
Yeah, but it's not too adult driven. You know, that's
No, I'm saying
that's the only
the
problem.
Disney thing.
Right. But I mean, like the parents, you know, the kids could go to the studio to dance and things like that. It doesn't matter, right? But the parents don't have that many more activities. It's not a party boat.
Right.
There's not going to be a band
it's
playing
a
and all
family
that. There's going to be Mickey Mouse and Minnie walking around.
And the kids get all excited.
I know, but I mean, for the adults, what you know?
But the adults, you can do like an adult dinner or something.
You know,
probably the kids, they have. I hate to call it like daycare, but
no, they do have a daycare.
I know,
Yeah,
but you can
what
put the kids there, and
Yeah.
depending on their ages. Of
Yeah,
course.
we went to
Guys, I didn't realize we're done.
We went to
Done
Club
now?
Med.
We'll just leave them with some wisdom of yours.
Yeah, we went to Club Med in the Bahamas with our kid.
Hi, Tom Martino here,
303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Joe Cano's with us, and mymoneymyway.com will get you to both strategies. One is, we've been talking a lot about the annuity, and when you transfer from a qualified plan into an annuity, it stays qualified. Is that right, Joe?
That is right, Tom. Stays qualified.
And if you transfer from just your bank account into an annuity, it's not qualified, but it's still tax deferred or not?
It is tax deferred.
All annuities are tax deferred.
Right. Until you take them out.
Okay. So, but transferring from a qualified plan, you don't have to take the income. It goes in without any penalty and without any income.
And taxation. No taxation at all.
Right.
Totally tax-free.
And then, well, then when you start taking out the payments, you pay income tax, right?
That's right. But to transfer it, it's
now, do your annuities, the ones you represent, have cost of living increases?
Some of them do.
Do you sacrifice on return to get that cost of living guarantee?
Not really. I mean, you don't sacrifice anything. You pay for it.
Then why? Oh, well, how do you pay for it?
A rider. A rider is an attachment.
So how do you pay for it? Up front?
Right. There's a fee for it. So depending on the age of the...
But you found it to be, Doc, you found it to be...
I don't remember having a rider, but it may have been, but... So I will have to check my policy.
But the point is it can be done, and you will get a cost of living adjustment. I mean, that's an amazing...
From 7 years ago, I started out getting $1,350 a month, and now it's up to $1,700 a month.
Just think about that. It's worth it.
I mean, that's pretty cool. And, you know, it's amazing, though. He made that choice. And had you decided just to keep that lump sum, you would have drawn that down considerably, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. So
it's part of my retirement plan. Part of it was an annuity. Part of it is other investment.
Right. So, yeah, and definitely. Now, Become the Banker is another form of doing it. It doesn't take the place. They're different ones. They're different things, okay? Totally different. But Become the Banker, when you decide to start taking the income, that's a drawdown account too, though, isn't it?
It is a drawdown account.
Okay. But that one doesn't have the guarantee of an annuity.
It does not have the guarantee, but it's tax-free.
Oh, that's right, because you're taking it. Oh, you're right. You're taking it out as a policy loan.
That's right.
And then you never pay back the policy loan.
That is correct. So it's a beautiful strategy for people that don't want to pay that many dollars in taxes.
So for any of those, you want to find out, mymoneymyway.com, and it's 303-779-6600, 779-6600. Do you have more and more people coming to you late in life? Or are they basically planning in their 40s? I fear that not a lot of people are planning. That's just my gut. They're not, are they?
No, between 50 to 70 is the range.
And wouldn't they be, if somebody was just smart enough in their late 30s or 40s, wouldn't that be ideal for them?
My gosh, it would be a pot of gold.
Yeah, if only any of you listening would just take me up on that. I'm Tom Martino. Remember, save all your problems for me.
Follow Tom Martino at Real Tom Martino and stay connected with all of us at 630 KHOW, KHOW.com, and on the iHeartRadio app. Leland Conway is next on Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Americans don't trust big media. The source you can trust is Newsmax. Find it on all major cable stations.
I don't get
Download the